Hello, Wastelanders! It's Julesmith playing Fallout 4! It is Fallout Friday! And we are back with Rose, the Nuka World Raider Overboss. She is in the Institute. And she just found her son. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this live stream because it is going to have some major plot spoilers for Fallout 4. However, if you are interested in winning a Nuka Quantum keychain, a replica that looks just like the one in the game, just say Nuka Quantum during the live chat. You will be entered in a random drawing that I will hold at the end of the live stream, and I will announce the winner in the comment section of the YouTube video that's saved after the live stream has ended this afternoon. I'm planning to stream for quite a long time. Hopefully my game will not crash. That happens sometimes on YouTube. Well, I don't know whether to blame YouTube or blame the PlayStation Network. It's certainly not on my end, because usually it's a matter of the stream crashing and not a matter of my internet connection or something like that. Anyway, enough about that. We are here in the Institute. Here's this dude named Father, who is the father of all the synths. And we just discovered in the last live stream that he's not just the father of the synths and the leader of the Institute, he is also my son. So here Rose was thinking she was going to get into the Institute. Now, she's a Raider Overboss. She's been pretending to be a member of the Brotherhood of Steel so that they would build the molecular relay for her. She really doesn't give a shit about the Brotherhood. She's kind of tempted to fall for it, though, because Danse has been schmoozing her and telling her how awesome she is, and everybody seems to like having her in the Brotherhood. And they're kind of offering that little bit of hope that she's missing in life. That little bit of hope that she lost when her husband was killed and her son was taken. But I think in my headcanon, I'm going to imagine that Rose is also a little suspicious of the Brotherhood. Because if they get their hands on this Institute technology, there's going to be nothing stopping them from basically messing up her Raider empire that she's been building. So the question here is Rose going to have a change of heart and decide that it's better to be with the Brotherhood? And maybe give up her Raider ways? Or is she going to be loyal to her Raiders? Is she going to want the power that she has being Overboss? Or is she going to say, hey, you know what? Here's my kid. He's doing this Institute thing. And I think I'm going to help him out with that. Because now we're a family again. I don't know what she's going to do. I've honestly thought about it and thought about it and thought about it all week long. Since the last Fallout 4 live stream, and I cannot make up my mind what she's gonna do. I really don't know where Rose's loyalties would lie, because Rose is really not a character who I can relate to. She's my second playthrough of Fallout 4, and I've been playing her as kind of a self-centered, hopeless person who doesn't give a shit much of anything, and that's not really who I am, so it's kind of hard for me to know what Rose would actually want to do here in this situation. I think that one thing she'd be kind of I don't know, unsettled, I guess, is discovering that her son is not little. Because, you know, there's a certain amount of maternal instinct about taking care of a small child, even if they're not your own child, but especially if they are your own child. But then if that child is grown and old and gray and doesn't need her, obviously, then why should she worry about his well-being? I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking, like, trying to think how Rose might think in this situation. So, you know, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. What do you think? Especially those of you who've been watching a lot of streams of Rose. You let me know what you think she would do. Hey, I'm Strong. I'm Strong says hello. What's up? I'm here for the builds. Hey, Dragon's here too. Oh, that's a good question. Strong says Nuka Quantum. Awesome. You are entered into the drawing now. doesn't matter how many times you say Nuka Quantum. All you have to do is say it once, make sure that I see it, and I will write your name on the list, and then I'll do the random drawing at the end of the live stream and announce the winner in the comments. Strong says, how will you get the prize to us? That's a good question. I will mail it to you. So I am going to need your mailing address, and you can be anywhere in the world. This is not restricted just to the US or North America. I will pony up the shipping costs to send it anywhere in the world it needs to go. Because a lot of my viewers are in Europe. So, you know, I want to leave this open to everybody who's been watching and supporting this channel. Thank you so much. That's just my way of saying thank you. Because I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. And if you're interested in winning, just don't forget to say Nuka Quantum. And if I miss it, say it again to make sure that I acknowledge that I have seen it. Stella says, Rose is selfish and would do what gives her the biggest reward and advantage. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. I'm thinking that she would want, because she's kind of playing the Brotherhood, and she's conning them to get as much as she can out of them. But then I think there's a point where she would realize that the Brotherhood's too big for her to take on. Like, I don't think her raiders are not organized and powerful enough to take on the Brotherhood head to head, I don't think. And I don't think she would want to do that. So I'm thinking she'll use the Brotherhood for what we can get out of them, which is getting into the Institute and possibly getting some power armor or some weapons or, whatever she can loot off the Pridwin for sure. And then she might betray them. Either betray them to the Railroad and say, hey, you guys, let's go take it down the Brotherhood. Let's trash them, because, she would enjoy that. Or the Institute. Hey, Sonny, let's go trash the Brotherhood. But see, I think her concern would be similar to Fiona's concern. And Fiona was my first Soul Survivor. Fiona was concerned that if she helped the Institute, they would not have the best interests of her Commonwealth at heart. And in Fiona's case, her Commonwealth were all the settlers and the people and the Minutemen. And in Rose's case, her Commonwealth are, all the raiders and the vassal settlements that are supplying her raiders. And so I think she would need to know, like, is the Institute just going to stay underground and let her have her above ground empire? Or is the Institute going to try to come above ground? I mean, I know what happens personally. I know what their goals are, but I'm just saying, like, Rose doesn't know at this point. Is the Institute going to try to come above ground and fuck around with her empire? I mean, I could see her trying to play all sides against the middle, just so that she could come out on the top of the rubble pile and claim whatever was left. I could totally see that. Hey, I'll come to ruin. How you doing? Yeah, I'm Strong says Rose should just take all the power armor from the Brotherhood. Right, exactly. And the tech from the Institute. There you go. Hey, Von Collard, how you doing? Stella is saying, does she want to take on the responsibility of Sean? How does that fit into her plans for domination? No, I don't think she does. There is one thing in which Rose and Fiona share in common, and that is that Sean is not Sean. This is a manufactured Sean. And I think in Fiona's case, in my first playthrough, I had this sense that, you know what? Okay, I get it. There are certain characters in the game who are synths. They've had their minds wiped. They think they're human. Or maybe they don't think they're human. Maybe they know they're synths, but, they wanted to escape the Institute. They want to just live their lives. I can totally respect that. But Fiona had, I don't know, Sean gave her the heebie-jeebies, this Sean robot kid, because he's not being programmed to just think he's a kid. I mean, there's this sense of creepiness to him, I think, of being manipulated by father. Now, I know I've watched the Oxhorn video where he talks about, like, maybe father is just trying to give the Soul Survivor a chance to have the child that she was looking for and give himself a sort of surrogate family and have the family that he didn't get to grow up to have or whatever. I think that's giving father too much credit, honestly. As Fiona, my thought was that Father was using my emotions, using the sole survivor's emotions to preserve the Institute. That he would have downloaded all of the Institute knowledge and goals and information into Sean, and that Sean was basically like a Trojan horse that I would smuggle out because of my maternal feelings, and then would proceed to carry on the Institute's goals after Father passed away. That was my take on it as Fiona. I think Rose isn't quite that complicated about the whole thing. I think Rose is just straight up like, yeah, no, that's not my baby. That's not the crotch goblin that came out of me, so I don't give a shit about it. That would be Rose's take on it, I think, right there. She would just straight up be like, nah, that's not my crotch goblin. You're my crotch goblin. So, you know, what are we going to do about that? You don't need me. And so as long as you just let me carry on doing what I do and maybe help me out, we're good. Right? That's kind of my take on it. That's my take on it, I think. Yeah, I'll come to ruin says Synth Sean is creepy. So is Father. I know, right? I'd wreck the Institute personally just for the sake of Rose's empire. I'm thinking about it, yeah. I'm definitely thinking about it. Because you know what? I'm thinking also that I know Gage hasn't given me an affinity dialogue and we don't have a romance going. And I've got a thing with Ryan back in Red Rocket, and I've got a thing with Maddox back in Nuka World, and you know, whatever, or Rose rather has a thing. And she may even have a thing for that one guy in the Brotherhood, Reese, right? But I don't know. I think she would have grown to respect Gage's opinions, and I think that Gage would be like totally down on this whole thing. Gage would just be like, "Fuck that shit. We cannot trust the Institute. We cannot trust the Brotherhood. We need to destroy all this shit." I think Gage would kind of be down for siding with the Railroad, to be honest. And not because he cares about the Synths, but just because he would see them as rogues, as renegades, kind of like the Raiders are, who would be willing to help us take everybody down. And I don't know. That's kind of where I'm leaning. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Hey, Mouse Guard, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to try streaming all afternoon today. I'm going to stream. I just started at 2 o'clock. I think I'm going to try to go until 5 or 6. We'll see if the stream doesn't crash. And, oh, Mouse Guard wants me to stick with your sweetie Dance. I know. That's another way we could play this is, does she fall for Dance? Now, hear me out. And again, if you guys don't want plot spoilers, you know, don't listen, but I suspect most of you have already played through the game too. I was thinking that she could still be with Danse because eventually she's going to find out Danse is a synth. And I think at that point and Danse leaves the Brotherhood, right? And I think at that point she'd be like, you know what, Danse? You know what you need to do? You need to just come be with us in the Raiders. Now, I don't know if Danse would like that. What other choice does he have, really? You know, and I think the game doesn't really give him any other choice. The game just kind of, you know, has him be a follower if you want him to be a follower, and that's that.
No use.
Can't open those, huh? Okay. Pretty little bud vase. Flower vase, isn't that nice? Anyway, yeah, you know, so I think, like, if we wanted to, we could still come up with a headcanon that would encompass her relationship with Danse, but not necessarily have her joining the Brotherhood. I don't know if that's possible. Like, I don't know how far I can get in each storyline, in each quest line, before they become mutually exclusive and start canceling each other out. Hey, Logan! Logan says, hey, Jewel, I made it. Yeah! And South Pole Squadron, how you doing? Hey everybody, and don't forget, today we're giving away a Nuka Quantum keychain made by Becca Beast. She is known as Inkbat Studios on Etsy. I will put a link to her studio in the chat room so you guys can check her out. But yes, she makes these really cool Nuka Quantum keychain replicas. I have one of my own, and I'm going to get another one and have her mail it to winner. So if you want to win, just say Nuka Quantum in the chat room. And you can be anywhere in the world. This is not just for the US, but it's for everybody. Okay, Mouse Guard says Nuka Quantum. Nice. Yeah, don't forget, if you want to enter, gotta say Nuka Quantum. Yeah, Stella says don't trust anybody and don't let anyone gain more power than you. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll come to ruin says don't mind me, Father, just taking all your shit. Oh gosh, yeah, Fiona did that in my first playthrough. I just looted everything that was not nailed down and walked out with it, and then waltzed over to the Minuteman and said, let's go blow this shit up. Yeah. Well, I spent some time walking around getting to know everyone in my first playthrough, and I'll do that here too. We might as well. Let's go. Let's walk around. Let's take all the things. I don't know how much she can carry out of here. Oh, look, there's that radio thing. Yeah, okay. I think that's part of a quest that I never did in my first playthrough. You can take your wine, sure. Fiona, I like to imagine that every time she found a pack of preserved cigarettes, she would take them back to McCready and Hancock and be like, hey guys, I got you fresh cigarettes. Because at the time that Fiona came in here, she was romancing McCready. She wasn't having a romance with Hancock yet at that point. So I'm just gonna walk around in here and I'm gonna see what I can see. What's the quest? Let's see here. Institutionalize. Meet the division leaders. Okay. Give holotape to Proctor Ingram. Well, I'm not sure if we're gonna do that. Locate Dr. Lee. Oh yeah. Well, if I locate her, then she'll go back to work for the Brotherhood and they'll build Liberty Prime. Not sure I want to go that far. I don't know. See, I'm wondering if I can go far enough as to locate Dr. Lee, send her back to the Brotherhood, but then go to the Railroad. Or go to the Institute. Because doesn't the Institute have a quest where you can destroy Liberty Prime or reprogram Liberty Prime or something? That's what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't done it. See, I haven't done a lot of this stuff. Fiona just came in here, met... you know, found Father and Sean and whatnot, and then basically, you know, went and got the FEV serum for Virgil, and then turned around and left. And then we did the Battle of Bunker Hill, and she killed the Courser and told her son to fuck off. And then the Minuteman just went in and destroyed the whole Institute. That's all I did. I never did any Brotherhood quests. I never did the Railroad thing where we blew up the Pridwin. I never did any Institute quests at all except for that one out at Libertalia. So this is all new to me. I'm not really sure what to do here. Strong says, don't dig too deep, Jewel. Rose would just do whatever she wants. I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, so Stella's telling me even if you betray the Brotherhood, you can still keep Danse. Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna go with. Oh, I'll come to ruin, says Nuka Quantum, and Von Collert says Nuka Quantum. Awesome. I will announce the winner at the end. I'm gonna put everybody's names. I literally write everyone's names on little scraps of paper and put them in a little bowl and just draw one out, and then I will post the name of the winner on the comments of this video after the live stream's over. Now some of you, I know how to get a hold of you on like Twitter and on YouTube and stuff, or I have your emails and things like that, but some of you I don't, so you're gonna have to check those comments and see if you won, and then get me your mailing address so I can send it out to you. Oh, Strong's asking, what's the username that makes the keychains? On Etsy, I think it's Inkbat. INKBATT. If you go to Etsy, ETSY.com, and search for Inkbat, INKBATT, she's got a shop, and I will put the link. I will put the link right here in the comments. There you go. Okay, Von Collar is telling me you can get Dr. Lee and side with the railroad. Oh, I think I'm gonna do that. Hey, George Perez, how you doing? Hey, Everyjohn. Everyjohn says, got any mods on? No, I do not. I am playing without mods. I'm on PS4, and this is my second playthrough, and I'm still trying to get some of the achievements that I did not get in my first playthrough, and I've heard that if you've got mods, you can't get the achievements, so no, I'm not rocking any mods in here. What is this? Director's recording. Let's play it.
Damn it, Galton. What the hell is going on down there? I have to convene an emergency directorate meeting because of this screw-up. That synth was a prototype. It was absolutely not ready for field testing. The mess it caused in Diamond City threatens decades of work to keep us out of the spotlight. I will be very clear. My legacy as director will not be tarnished by your division's mistakes. I am going to find out exactly who approved any sort of operation above ground, and that person will be held fully accountable.
I wonder if they're talking about the synth that went nuts in the middle of Diamond City and like shot the place up and made everybody distrust synths. If so, that would be kind of an old tape, wouldn't it? I mean, didn't that happen like years ago? I mean, kind of convenient that, you know, 10 or 20-year-old tape just happened to be laying here. But okay. Ah, yeah, Everyjohn says there's a Game of the Year edition for Fallout 4 coming out soon in September. Yes, there is. Do you know what's going to be? I haven't read any articles about it yet. I've just seen the headlines. Do you know what's going to be in it? Like what makes it the Game of the Year edition? I assume it comes with all the DLC, because that's usually what they do. Comes with all the expansions. But I'm just curious if there's anything else going on with that.
Visual receptors malfunctioning. Can you not see the grime and dust?
I can't actually hear him say anything.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
George says the Institute is made of aluminum. Yes, they are. If we loot all of the... what is it? Brain scanners and ear tweezers and I don't even know what the hell all. They've got all these weird devices in here. We'll have shit tons of aluminum. Director's recording.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the Android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
Ah, so they're talking about deploying androids to maintain order. That definitely sounds like a takeover move. I don't know how Rose would feel about that. But here's the thing, like, isn't it possible to become the director of the Institute? Of course, she doesn't know that at this point. But I'm just saying, you know, might she be thinking, hey, my son runs this place. I could have a lot of power if I joined the Institute.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
I mean, would she feel any loyalty to her raiders? You know? I mean, I don't know if she would, necessarily. She might be thinking, holy shit, I could be the queen of this stuff right here. I could totally rule this place. I could rule the Commonwealth with the Institute. I mean, look, she'd have really nice shitters. And you know how much Rose likes a shitter. She could have some pretty awesome shitters. And a shower, even. Ooh, looky there. Can I see myself in the shower? I can't seem to see myself. Well, that sucks. What's the point if I can't see my character in the shower? Ooh. Yeah. Every John says it's shocking you can grab everything without anyone being pissed off at you. Yeah. Yeah. I guess there's just no concept of theft in the Institute? Or is it because I'm the mom? I'm the mom of father, and so I can do whatever I want. I don't know. In here. Oh, nice. Nice digs. This is sure a lot nicer than sleeping in a raider doghouse. Oh, hey. George, look, it's a magazine. Oh my god, I found a magazine. I found a magazine I wasn't even trying. Mascard says he just wants to use you since he's terminally ill. I don't trust the Institute at all. Stella saying, "Could life? What could she trade for it?" To be honest, she used the Raiders' power. Now she can use the Institute. That's true. Yeah, George says everyone uses that as an excuse to join the Institute. If they make me the leader, I'll force the Institute to hold barbecues throughout the Commonwealth. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that argument people have made. Like, well, if I'm the director of the Institute, I'll just stop all the programs and not do evil things anymore. And, you know, I think that's... Personally, I think that's a valid headcanon to have. Now, I don't know how, you know, if it's canon in the game, but I think that's, you know, an interesting way of looking at it for sure. Your canine companion takes less damage. Oh, cool. I could run around with dog meat. Nice. I don't think... I'm sorry, Fiona. I don't think Fiona ever found that. I don't remember that. Have dog will travel. Nice. Ooh, dirty ashtray. Something is dirty. Something is dirty in this perfect world. Hey Remaxis, how you doing? Stella says knowing that if she wants, she can use the Brotherhood to cut the Institute down if they start to clamp down. Yeah, I'm the granny. I'm the granny of the Institute. Applicator, sensor, whatever those are. But they're probably made of aluminum, so I'm taking them. Clean globe. Preserved cigarettes. See, I was talking about those preserved cigarettes. This is nice. Yeah, it's hard to do like a really good RP of a game when you already know like a lot of what's going to happen. Pretending that you don't know what's going to happen, it can be difficult. I don't know, at least for me, it's difficult to pretend that I don't know all outcomes. And then to try to assume what Rose would be thinking. I mean, she might be thinking, you know, this is pretty sweet. And why should she share it with the Raiders? Because they would just fuck it up. I mean, to be honest, you know, Gage doesn't have a very high opinion of the Raiders, but he just kind of goes with it because he doesn't want to be a victim. It's like he'd rather be the perpetrator than the victim, so that's just the life he chose, but he seems to really hate Raiders. Hate other Raiders. Or to think very little of them. That's why he doesn't like chem use and stuff either.
You have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Oh yeah? Brendan Volkert? Who the heck are you?
Hey. It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Okay. No, I want to get into that. No, that right there. That. Ah, jeez. A dick doll, huh? Do you have addiction problems, Brendan? How come I can't take this plant? That's a cool plant. I don't remember seeing that anywhere else in the game. I want one of those. Oh, your lamp fell down. Let me check up with the chat room. Stella says, love your headcanon. Thank you. Remaxis says, oh my god, you didn't loot the ashtray. What did Dishonored do to you? I know. I'm not looting every single thing. I've been playing Dishonored and there's so many things in the world that you can't interact with or take. If the Institute had bath salts... I would steal all their bath salts.
77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious...
Ooh, coffee tins.
I want supplements.
Oh, I don't think the clean coffee tins can be used for buzz bites, though. I remember trying that with Fiona. Because you could get the buzz bites recipe, and then you can use a coffee tin to make them, but the clean coffee tins don't work. Which makes no sense, but that's, I mean, I can see that, like, I guess they just didn't program it that way.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the commissary. What can I get for you?
Hello.
I'll take a look, sure.
Institute bottled water. Institute food packet. Cool. Alright, cool. Carry on. Ice cold Nuka-Cola, huh? And lots of Gwyneth ale. Wow. Drinking glasses, clean
Good
coffee
evening.
cups.
I am at your disposal. Would you care for food-based products?
That's what I want them to say the next time I go into like a fast food restaurant. Like next time I go into Taco Bell or something. Hello. Would you care for some food products? All Come to Ruin says, to be honest, the Institute looks like a creepy hotel.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Oh, thanks. No, Every John says there's an Institute player home for Xbox One. Oh, that's cool. You don't end up getting a place to live in here if you join them? I don't remember, because like I said, in my first playthrough I didn't spend much time here.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Great, okay. Hey, Epic Ninja, how you doing? Epic Ninja says hello. Hello, and Romaxis says Nuka Quantum. Awesome, I will enter you in the drawing. If anyone's interested in entering the drawing and hasn't already said so, just say the words Nuka Quantum in the chat room and I will enter you to win.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Okay, Mouseguard says, yeah, you get a room. Romaxis is telling me, yeah, you get a player home when you officially join the Institute. Okay. Hey, Dark Arrow, how you doing? Yes, you can get your own room. Nice. Oh, Epic Ninja says Nuka Quantum. Okay. Yeah, for Fallout Friday, I am doing a giveaway of a Nuka Quantum keychain created by Becca Beast of Inkbat Studios. It's really cool. I've got one of my own.
Protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Just a routine patrol, ma'am.
Okay. All these little encounters happening all over the
My new
place.
sense is so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
Okay, Newton Oberly.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
Wow.
The only place I want to call home was destroyed a long time ago.
I'm truly sorry. This must all be terribly difficult for you. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Huh, okay. Thanks, Newton. Ooh, fusion cells. Ooh, we found the armory, I think. No? Just a bunch of shiny crates? What's back here? Maintenance terminal. That was exciting. What's this? Oh, it's very dark back here. Ooh, this looks old and rusty and shitty. What is this gonna be? Is this gonna take us to the FEV lab? didn't say going up or going down. Somebody clean this up, man. What a mess. What's all this? Whoa. What is all this? Huh. Okay. That's weird. I don't remember that. But okay. Hey, how's my new headset sound, everybody? I'm still using that new one that I got this week. My old headset was starting to get messed up. I'm not sure I like this one, though. I think it makes my voice sound weird on the broadcasts, on the videos and stuff that are saved after the live stream. And it keeps cutting in and out. Like I can tell that the headphones, like the audio and the output are a little bit less consistent than the old headset. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it sucks. It works.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
But it doesn't work as well as my previous headset worked. So, I don't know.
Seriously thinking of heading over to Robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
See, like that conversation, every other word kept cutting out in my headset. I don't know what it sounds like to you guys, but I'm getting very inconsistent audio in here. Can I take that microscope? No. Oh, hey there, terminal. Unit at large. Unit believed to be in railroad custody. Unit at large. Last sighting Boston Airport. Ah. Interesting. Is that Danse? Unit located. Libertalia Raider Stronghold. Oh, that's the one they're going to send me to. Oh, unit leads Raider gang based at Libertalia. Shows highly aggressive tendencies, has killed several dozen rivals and civilians. Suspect brain damage resulting from Memwipe process. So how should we interpret that? Should we interpret that to be that the railroad is fucking shit up? That they're not so great at being saviors? Or should we just interpret that as a random glitch? That synths have the sort of free will that humans have. They can choose to do good, they can choose to do bad. Dunno. What do you guys think? Saugus Ironworks remains located. Huh. I wonder if that was the one leading the, remember that guy Slag? Who was leading the Forged gang out there? I'd killed him already. I wonder if he was a synth too. Interesting. Units remains discovered near Saugus Ironworks and returned to Robotics Division. Unit destroyed by multiple gunshot wounds. Suspect raiders based out of Saugus Ironworks. Oh, okay. No. If it was me, it would have been Granny Kisses Granny kisses to the dome. Corvega. Unit has been mem-wiped. New identity is Leo. Well, I think Leo is one of the Raider leaders too, isn't he? So, like, are you telling me that every time they wipe some synth's memory, they become a Raider boss? Uh-oh. What does that say about me? Unit has been trained by a railroad and is proficient with several weapons. Oh no, maybe this is just the dude that we ran into when we were doing that quest with Deacon. I don't know. I don't remember who Leo was. I thought Leo was one of the Raiders, though. List of informants. In exchange for caps, these persons have in the past provided information on synth sightings and suspected railroad activity. Oh, wow. Cricket? Tommy Lonigan, the owner of the combat zone. He's the one that we got Kate from. Trash Can Carla. Oh my gosh, Trash Can Carla. You're selling information. Doc Weathers, AJ, Chem Dealer, and Good Neighbor. Morovsky, Chem Supplier, and Good Neighbor. Lucas. Oh no, not you too, Lucas. And Henry Cook, the barkeep in Diamond City. View access logs. All right. Oh, I'm just checking out here. Mouse Guard says, sounds good to me, Jewel. I'll come to ruin says, can hear you clearly. Remax says, can hear me clearly. Stella wants to know if there's anyone in the Institute that Rose could hook up with. Yeah, that's a good question. So far, she hasn't run into anybody that would tickle her fancy, so to speak. George says there's that X88 guy, but he's scary. Yeah. I don't know if coursers are programmed to be fully functional, if you know what I mean. I don't know. That's true. Alice says, I reckon Rose likes it scary. Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, she did like Reese, because he was a little sassy pants. Okay, George says there's a terminal dealing with Warwick Farms. Read it if you find it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll look around and see what we find here. Oh look, a cauterizer, an applicator, a sensor, a spanner, an ear examiner. Sure. I will take all the things. And a recorder. I will have all your finest aluminum, please. Oh, I have to go talk to this clown. Hi, you have a little flag above your head.
If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
Sure.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention.
That persuasion attempt failed.
Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. Well, I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Excuse me, dude. It was useless.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask Robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Okie dokie. I'll come to ruin says, rude, dude. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of malfunctioning coursers, that one right there.
So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Everyone's excited
Yeah,
about
it kind of
the new Synth
was.
project.
What's the new Synth project? So what's down here? What's all this?
Hello.
Hello? Ah, our new visitor, huh? Father has granted full access to our new visitor from the surface. That includes the entirety of SRB. But we must remain diligent. Refrain from discussing any sensitive information, especially the ongoing investigation involving the Gen 3 synths. In an ideal world, the railroad will have had no influence on our new guest. We do not live in an ideal world. Ooh, missing synth investigation infiltrator unit McDonough. Oh, we'll read that in a second. All right, missing synth. I'm adjusting our policy regarding discussion of this subject with personnel outside of SRB. In brief, details of the investigation are now classified and cannot be shared with anyone other than SRB personnel. Okay. Infiltrator Unit McDonough. Starting to wonder if M762, the Infiltrator Unit McDonough, hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness. Assuming the identity of Diamond City's mayor has provided us with invaluable intelligence over the years, but suspicions have only continued to mount. This latest incident, the publication of that newspaper article calling McDonough's humanity into question, might just be the tipping point. I don't remember Fiona reading this. Of course, maybe if she did, she didn't realize that Mayor McDonough was John Hancock's brother. At the time, she might not have known that, or I might not have known that. If the situation does become untenable, reclamation seems unfeasible. The unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. A mem wipe would kill any psychological weakness attributed to self-perceived old age, but that body, lost cause. The real irony here is that in one of its dispatches requested a feature posting in the coursers, citing loyalty and years of surface? I think they mean service. That's a typo. The request alone was evidence of enough self-awareness and independence to completely eliminate him from contention. Never mind the fact that he wouldn't even fit in the uniform. Wow. No reclamation, no institute assistance. For the lifespan estimated at 2 weeks maximum. Oh my god. Access to SRB. SRB is off limits to all personnel. Yada yada, okay. Power conservation. Father has asked that we monitor our power use carefully. Okay. Wow. Alright. What's in here? Anything I can loot? There's an applicator.
Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Infusion cells, sure. And some tweezers, yes. And a sensor. Uh-huh. Oh, there's a bunch of guff back here. Thank you.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Okay.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Alright, anything back? Oh, wait, what's back here? This looks important. Synth relay grenade. I think this will like summon a bunch of synths to me. Oh, fusion cells? Yes, please. I took that, didn't mean to, but okay. Sure. Ooh, a black lab coat. Do I want that? Are we wanting that? I don't know. Are we wanting the Courser uniforms? They do look pretty badass. Very Matrix.
Carry on, ma'am.
Sure.
Operating at full capacity.
George says the Institute is worse than we thought. It fat shames. Yeah, no kidding. They were really shitty about McDonough, weren't they? Like, dang, you're the ones that made him. Well, of course, I guess they were making him to look like what he really looked like, but still. Dang. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no, Gerald says I stole the horned hat. Oh, did you find one in the game? Or is your Soul Survivor wearing one? I'm just checking up with the chat room, you guys. Oh, did they have Remaxa said they used Desdemona's voice actor for the scientist complaining about the synth escapes. I thought she sounded familiar. That's Claudia Christian. I just tweeted yesterday. It was her birthday. The actress's birthday. She was also in Skyrim.
Unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
And Babylon 5, the TV show.
Primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths.
Alright, well let's go into all these different rooms and meet all the people and loot all the things. Dark Arrow wants to know, can the coursers do the Matrix moves? I don't think so. Ooh. Now they're calling this robotics, but honestly, the late generation synths are not robotic. They're organic. I mean, they're basically 3D printing a human being. That's what's happening there. You see that? They're 3D printing a body and then animating it. Sort of Frankenstein style.
Why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, we really need then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the temple.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers.
Oh look, they come out of the little
visions are important. But I tend to think of robotics as the first of our evil.
They managed that. Oh, I'll just take all your aluminum gadgets here. Hey, I think you forgot to 3D print his junk. Hey, guys, you forgot a very important part. Oh, more goodies. Hey everybody, if you've just joined us recently, don't forget today is Fallout Friday, and I'm also doing a giveaway. A Nuka Quantum keychain, a replica looks just like the one in the game, made by Becca Beast of Inkbat Studios on Etsy. I will mail it anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in the US to win, but you do have to be able to give me a mailing address so I can send it to you. I will announce the winner at the end of the live stream in the comments of the video that's saved on YouTube.
We've improved upon it.
And if you'd like to enter... Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm bumping into the naked there. If you'd like to enter to win, just say the words Nuka Quantum in the live chat room. And I will write your name down. Oh, Epic Ninja says, oh snap, it's Friday. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did. Maxis, I think you just answered your own question about the courser's functionality. George says, so much for X88 as a love interest. Yeah, well... If they're gonna pass as human, though, they would need to have functioning junk, wouldn't they? Or that would be a sure giveaway. Like, you know, drop your pants. If it looks like a Ken doll, it's a synth. I mean, that would be too easy. I mean, I understand that they probably didn't give it junk because of the, well, it's rated M for mature, so I don't know why they were trying to... Are they forbidden to show junk in video games? Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know what video game laws there are about that sort of thing.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
Oh, is it?
Synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to
I kind of think it's creepy, but okay. Alright, let's look at the robotics terminal. Oh, Istella says, who is she in Skyrim? The Desdemona voice actor is Claudia Christian. She was Ayla, and she's also Adrienne Avenici, the blacksmith chick in Whiterun, and she was Ricky, whatever her name, the right hand of General Tullius. She did several voices, and she did other voices. She did several voices in Skyrim. Oh wow, Gerald says I have Claudia's autograph and picture. Nice. Okay, Kimberly. Hey Kimberly, thanks. Kimberly says, Julesmith, I keep hearing your headset cut out a little. Yeah, well, and the sound in my own, like the audio going into my ears keeps cutting out. And I noticed on the playback of my previous videos this week when I was live streaming Dishonored 2 that when I would hear the sound cut out on my headset, it would also cut out on my voice. So yeah, there's definitely some connection issues with this headset. I'm thinking about taking it back. I have a 15-day trial period. I can return it. Oops, sorry, I'm bumping my mic here. Didn't mean to do that. I'm not crazy. It's comfortable. It's comfortable to wear, which is nice when you're going to do a 3 or 4 hour live stream. But I'm not crazy about the sound of my voice. It sounds a little tinny or a little, I don't know, just the sound quality is not as good as my previous headset. And the way this one connects is it's not Bluetooth. It connects by cord. I'm tethered to the controller itself, and the controller is Bluetooth. But the previous headset that I had, it was a Turtle Beach that plugged directly into the PlayStation 4. So it wasn't having to go through a Bluetooth signal, and I never had any problems with it cutting in and out or, you know, well, having any issues whatsoever. Which is what I was afraid of doing anything that was Bluetooth, because there's several Bluetooth headsets, and then there's these ones that plug into the controller, which is Bluetooth. But it seems to be cutting out quite a bit, which is not cool. Not cool. So I may have to take this back and say I don't like the sound quality, and I don't need a Bluetooth one. I need one that's going to plug directly into my PlayStation 4 and not have sound issues. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, Dark Arrow is saying Nuka Quantum. Let me write your name down, Dark Arrow. Thanks for being here. And thanks for entering the giveaway. Oh, Gerald's also saying Nuka Quantum. Gerald Wiley. Thank you, Gerald. Yeah, okay, George is saying Bluetooth's not reliable. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. The guy at Best Buy, he was saying he used a Bluetooth headset and it was fine, but I don't know if he was using it to live stream or if he was just using it. I mean, I'm sure it would be fine if you're just playing Call of Duty or you're, you know, hanging out with friends or whatever and it cuts out now and then, no big whoop. But if you're going to be doing like a 3 or 4 hour live stream and your viewers can't hear you talking, you know, and the sound quality is kind of shitty, then that's not going to work. And, you know, I told the guy that I was using it for live streaming, but he said, oh yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, apparently it is, so... Okay, yeah, I'll come to Ruins telling me, yeah, Bluetooth will cut out, unfortunately. Hopefully you can get something better. Yeah, I'm just going to have to get something tethered, man. I'm just going to have to get something that plugs into the PlayStation. Alright, production schedule. What's up with this? So they make synths for excavation and construction, operations and maintenance, salvage. Operations and maintenance, okay. Hey, spoiler alert, don't listen to what I'm about to say if you don't want spoilers, but do y'all think that, like, maybe Sturgis was one of those operations and maintenance synths? I mean, I know he's a synth. Now, it's not anything you find out in the game, unfortunately, and I was really disappointed that there was not a storyline for him. And I have to wonder if Dance's storyline, finding out that he's a synth, was actually meant to be Sturgis's storyline and they switched it over. I don't know. Because I heard a rumor that Sturgis was originally designed to be a follower and a romantic interest, or was going to be. He was on the list of characters that were going to be. And then they changed it. And, you know, if you do the Minutemen ending, he gives you a tape, a holotape, just like, you know, the Brotherhood of Steel chick, what is her name, Proctor Ingram or whatever her name was, she gave me a holotape to download information from the Institute. And when you take the holotape back, that's when they find out that Danse is a synth. Well, Sturgis gives you a holotape in the Minutemen version of this quest, and you download the information, but then you go back to him and you never find out. You know, he doesn't say, well, hey, I found out I'm a synth, or, you know, whatever. But he is a synth, because apparently if you kill him, you have to use console commands to kill him because he's, like, programmed to not die. But if you kill him, one of his drop items is a synth component. But, you know, Sturgis is a pretty buff dude, so I always wondered if, like, he was, you know, created to be one of these construction or maintenance operations kind of synths. And that's why he's so handy with fixing things. Alright, planned system upgrades, current projects. New synthetic optic nerve tissue. Okay, upcoming projects. Motor reflex response time improvements. So see, what's really confusing to me with this whole Institute thing is that it seems like they're trying to make perfect people, right? They're talking about increasing, you know, the optic sensitivity. They're talking about motor reflex reaction. They're talking about, you know, oh, we don't want fat synths. Fat synths are ugly and horrible. You know, they're fat shaming the synth they created to replace McDonough. It seems like they're trying to create these synthetic, you know, well, they're based on humanity. I mean, they're people. Like I said, they're 3D printing human beings. I mean, this is living tissue. It's not metal. It's not wire. You know, it's living tissue. They're creating these things and they're improving on them. So it seemed to me when I first came in here as Fiona and I was reading all this stuff, I was thinking, okay, is their goal to replace humanity with synths that are better? Which to me, that would have been scary as shit. That would have been serious, like, next step in Nazism type thing, right? Where you're gonna make humanity perfect, so it never ages, so it never fails, right? I mean, that would have been creepy, creepy, creepy stuff that would have made me go, holy crap, we gotta destroy the Institute, right? And that's what it seemed like the story was kind of trying to to convey, right? You read all these terminals and it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna create, you know, people that are better than people and replace everyone with these better than people. And that would have been some scary shit. But then that doesn't jive with the railroad quest line, right? Because the whole idea of the railroad quest line is that the Institute doesn't consider the synths people. They don't have a soul, they're not humans, they're just machines. So it's like, there's these like conflicting values going on here, of them, you know, perfecting the synths, but at the same time thinking the synths are, you know, just machines. They're not as good as humans, whatever. I don't know, it just seemed very muddled to me. Like, whoever storyboarded this whole thing, they really didn't think it through. Like, I really think that the main storyline would have been much more compelling and creepy if they had just straight up said, the Institute's going to replace everyone with synths, that's their goal. That you're not going to have to procreate anymore, you're never going to have to die, we're just going to upload your consciousness into a synth and you'll be immortal forever. Like, that to me would have been super creepy and also like super sublime. So like, whether you chose to join the Institute or not, you know, to me that would have been a much more powerful story than just, oh, we're making these really awesome copies of humans to like infiltrate the upper world that we also say we don't really care about, but you know, and then the railroad sucks. I mean, like, that just didn't make any sense to me at all. Alright, so what's going on here? Okay. Project updates. Gen 3 synths assigned to surface duty will malfunction and go off assignment. In recent months, we've seen the number of losses rise noticeably. Given full cooperation. Father. Oh, yeah, we just read that. Gen 1 phase out. Per Father's plans as discussed, we will begin to phase out our Gen 1 synth units within the Institute, relegating all remaining units to surface duties only. Our first generation synths have served admirably and exceeded their design specs. Remarkable breakthroughs in synth design and production that have led to our latest, more aesthetically pleasing models herald a time for change. We will replace all Gen 1 synths with Gen 3 units, and in time enact a similar plan with the Gen 2 units as well. Yeah, doesn't he say right here at the end? Mankind redefined. That singular vision that challenged our forebears and drives us today. Mankind redefined. And see, to me that makes it sound like they're trying to improve upon mankind by perfecting the synths. But that's not actually what that means. So what does it mean? Like, why is that the goal of the Institute? I don't get it. I can't wrap my brain around this storyline. It bothers me. Oh, Stella is saying the Turtle Beach headsets were the best. Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, Epic Ninja says Turtle Beach are the best. Well, what I've been using all along is a Turtle Beach. But it's getting old, and the cords are starting to get frayed, and I'm starting to have problems with it. And it's not comfortable. The fabric around the ears is like really, really just uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. So between the cords wearing out and the fabric on the headset, I needed to get a new one. But yeah, maybe I'm just going to have to get another Turtle Beach. That is true. Yeah, I'll come to ruin. Says I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to do something with Sturgis but dropped it because of development stuff. Yeah. Oh, right. Remaxis says you told me to remind you to place a grenade in someone's pocket. Heck yeah, we're going to have to do that. I don't know if I can do it in here, though. In the Institute. I mean, this isn't really the place to do that. I think that would make them angry. But yeah, we'll have to do that. Yeah, All Come to Ruin says conflicting ideas on the writing team, to be honest. The Railroad Quest thing just uproots the original impressions you get of the Institute entirely. Yeah, I felt like, as I was playing this game the first time, I felt like they had intended it to be an Institute versus Brotherhood storyline. That the Minuteman thing and the Railroad things were kind of tacked on as like a secondary thing. Because I was just kind of thinking of Fallout 3. Now, I haven't played Fallout 3, but I'm familiar with it, and it's basically Enclave or Brotherhood, from what I've heard. And so that's what I kind of thought, like maybe that's what they were going for, Institute or Brotherhood. Do you go with the Institute or do you go with the Brotherhood? You know, they both claim to have humanity's best interests at heart, but they have different ways of going about it, and they're both really not that great, but, you know, you pick who you pick. They both have a lot of technology. They would both, you know, you'd have an epic battle or whatever. I could see that being like the idea when they first storyboarded this video game. And then somebody came along and said, well, you know, we could do this whole like Underground Railroad thing with the synths escaping from the Institute. And they went, oh yeah, that sounds cool. And then they like kind of tacked that on. And then it started causing all these other issues with the storyboard. But then if you think about it, like I heard that the whole settlement building thing was also tacked on after they'd already started development and had other, like the whole storyline developed or whatever. Then they came along and said, hey, we could let people build their own settlements. So then they tack on the Minuteman crap that, you know, kind of fleshes out and pushes you through that, the settlement building aspect of the game. So yeah, so I mean, looking at it, I thought this game originally seemed like it was supposed to be Institute versus Brotherhood, and then the other factions were sort of like tacked on as an afterthought, and it really didn't work well at all. It really did not work well. Oh, Gerald says, need to tell my wife about Claudia. She was a Babylon 5 fan. Oh yeah, me too. Hey Tolis, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat room. Yeah, that's true. George says, well, the goal of the Institute is the goal of science. Just do it because we can. Yeah, like information and technology for technology's sake, which is why people will sometimes say that, you know, science has no morality. That morality has to be imposed upon science. I'm not saying I agree with that, I'm just saying that it's an argument I've heard. Oh, okay. Remaxis says the Institute and the relation they have with the Railroad is made very clear during the Institute quest line. All the points you just made are cleared up, but I can't say more unless I spoil it for you. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Oh, Epic Ninja is highly recommending the Turtle Beach headsets. Nice, nice. I will have to, yeah, I'm going to take that advice. I'm going to have to return this one and get me a Turtle Beach. Aw, Istella says, I loved Marcus. You mean Marcus from Fallout New Vegas? I loved Marcus too. He was my favorite character in Fallout New Vegas. He was the only character in Fallout New Vegas that my courier was interested in in romancing. There was absolutely no one else in that game that I had any interest in, but Marcus was the shit. Alright, so what's going on here? We're reading terminals in the Institute and hanging out and chatting and having a good old time, everybody. Let's see, overriding directive to not alter our synth's basic functioning. Father has granted clearance for a rather unique project. The synthetic brain is capable of accepting specific enhancements to the visual cortex. Blah, blah, blah. Increased understanding of weapon accuracy. Yeah, why couldn't they just put like a VATS system? If you can have VATS on your Pip-Boy, why couldn't you have VATS in a synth? An altered sense of perception that mimics the effect of slowing or stopping time. Well, that would be like VATS, right? Yeah. Recommend we commence surgery and field trials. Nice. Interesting. Alright. Alright, we've read the robotics terminal. Ah, see, it zaps him and then he turns red because now the blood's flowing and he's breathing. Yeah, see, he just said we've improved upon humanity. Well, at least they keep saying that, but then all their runaway synths keep becoming nasty people. Well, I guess not all of them, but some of them. Processing. I can't go in there? Okay. Oh, get out of his way.
Please, step this way for processing.
Ooh. Oh, that was pretty cool. That is a pretty cool animation, gotta admit. And then if you want to make ones that look like different people, you know, you would just change the programming like you would with a 3D printer. And then what they print out will look like whichever person they want it to look like. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm in your way again. Alright, let's get out of here. I think we don't have anybody in here we have to meet. I think this dude right here...
The Synths are treating you well, I hope?
He's like an inside agent for the railroad or something, isn't he?
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our Synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you
really?
require anything, especially as it pertains to Synths, please let me know.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah. Dark Arrow says not any one faction is 100% good. Each one has some flaws, but you have to decide which is the direction you feel is the best that you can live with yourself. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Well, that's the beauty, to me, that's the beauty of Bethesda games. That was what I liked about Skyrim as well, was that no one's 100% right and no one's 100% wrong. And it's very much like real life that way. And I wrote... If anyone's interested, links in the description. On my website, my personal website, my blog, I wrote 2 very lengthy articles about the Stormcloaks versus Imperial conflict in Skyrim. And that's very much the way it is in Skyrim. I mean, there's no one right side and one wrong side. I mean, they both have valid points to make, and they both have flaws. And really, you know, the game's designed so that whichever one you want to go with, there's information that would support that decision. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's go this way. And I had heard that in Fallout 3 it was similar, that like the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel, neither one of them were really good. They both had their flaws, and it was kind of just up to you to decide which one you were going to support or which one you were going to go with.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see here. Oh, I still know Babylon 5. Oh. Yeah, okay, too. Right. Sure, let's barter with this dude. What can I buy from the Institute shop? Well, you know that the guy who played Marcus in Babylon 5, the actor, I think he was also the voice actor for Brynjolf in Skyrim. Wasn't he? Let me see. Where's the, no, maybe I'm thinking of somebody different. Who was it that was Brynjolf? That was Robin Atkin Downes. What was his character in Babylon 5? Okay, he was Byron. Byron Gordon in Babylon 5. Okay, I was getting them mixed up. They look very similar. But yeah, there's been a couple of people from Babylon 5 who've done voices for Bethesda. Stellis has never really played New Vegas, but my hubby loved it. Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of New Vegas. Remaxis says New Vegas is the best modern Fallout game. New Vegas was really good, yeah. Really good. Well, what was amazing about New Vegas for me was not only the complexity of it, but just the sheer tightness of it. Like, you really could make any kind of decision. You had so many different options about how you dealt with different problems. And you know, depending on what skills you took and what perks you had so many different ways to experience things and resolve problems and interact with people. And the game didn't seem, at least I was playing the Game of the Year edition, and it didn't seem to have any glitches at all. Like, every time I would make a decision or do something and I'd say to myself, uh-oh, if this was a Bethesda game, the game would crash right now, or this quest would be broken, or this isn't going to work. And it would be fine. It would work out just fine. Like, I had practically no problems with New Vegas that way. It was truly open world, and there was truly just so much to explore and experience, and it was so cool. It was just so well put together. I thought that the game mechanics and everything about it were just awesome. The sniping mechanics were fantastic, in my opinion. I mean, compared to other games I've played, it really felt like you were sniping, and it really made a difference, like what body part you aimed for and what type of ammo you used. And I mean, it was so well done. I thought it was really great. All right, so what can I get from this guy? Ooh, experiment 18A. 25% faster fire rate. Ooh, that's a nice plasma pistol. Or plasma rifle. Not a pistol. It's got a rifle stock on it. Okay, let's take it. I don't know if Fiona ever bought that. Synth chest piece. Synth helmet? I don't know if I'm caring about all that, but okay. Maybe I'll sell them some of this to offset the cost of that. There we go. And maybe some of that. Sure, why not? Can I come in here?
I have a variety of items that should prove useful in your surface missions.
Cool.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
That's one of the Gen 1s, right? The basic synth that they're gonna phase out. Oh yeah, Max says, note how the synth that they're building resembles the Institute logo when it's dipped in the red pool. Yeah. I'll come to ruin says, the synth lab is kind of creepy in a delightful way. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Oop, Epic Ninja's telling me to explore the Institute more. Yep, we're gonna keep on going. We gotta eventually find Virgil's old lab and get the cure for him. In my first playthrough as Fiona, I found the cure and I took it to him, but he never actually was cured. He used it on himself, and then every time I'd go back, he was still a mutant. I don't know why my game was glitched that way. I don't know if I did something wrong somewhere along the line, or if that's a standard glitch. But yeah, Fiona never got to see a cured Virgil. Oh, this one's locked, huh? I guess Institute locks can be picked with bobby pins just like any old crappy lock in the Commonwealth.
Nice.
Oh, hello. Oh, now I'm finally carrying too much and cannot run. You know, I just imagine them like watching Rose on the security cameras and Father's just standing right there and they're going, well, should we stop her? Should we stop her, sir? And he's like, no, let her take whatever she will. Because he's like curious to see what I do or something. I don't know. Oh, Gerald says, I hated the Legion in Fallout New Vegas. They were kill on sight. Well, yeah, they were horrible. Oh, there we go. Here's the FEV lab. I'm not in my power armor, though. I'm gonna have to be careful back here. Yeah, and I have managed to piss the Legion off really early in my game. And so they were constantly sending assassination parties after me, and that was kicking my ass all over the place. Oh, it was awful. Oop, George says, New Vegas got awful reviews. All the bugs, some reportedly game-breaking, kept people from buying it. Well, like I said, I played the Game of the Year edition, and I guess they addressed all of those issues because I did not experience any bugs at all. And if I did, they were so minor that I don't remember them whatsoever. Now, you guys know from my Skyrim playthrough, being the 4th time I played through Skyrim, that the Skyrim Special Edition still had a lot of the same bugs that the original game had, and there were shit tons of bugs in the original game. So there were still shit tons of bugs in the Skyrim Special Edition. And I mean, there were quest breaking bugs, there were, you know, just stupid little glitchy things, there was all kinds of issues with Skyrim. And so I had been playing Skyrim before I played Fallout New Vegas. And so I was so used to having to save frequently, having quests get glitched, having to go look things up on the wiki and say, oh, how do I fix this? Because now I can't seem to get this person to show up where they're supposed to show up, and I can't do, you know, blah, 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 whatever. It was always such a pain in the ass. And so then I went and played New Vegas, and it was just like, oh, I can just play this. I don't have to keep stopping and looking things up and reloading all the time and all of that. It was just so much nicer. But like I said, I had the Game of the Year edition, so maybe I just lucked out. I don't know. Or maybe they did a really good job of fixing all those bugs. Unlike Bethesda.
That's it.
Who will have a billion bugs and then not bother fixing them. I've been playing so much Dishonored lately. Oh, a technical document. Okay. I've been playing so much Dishonored that I keep wanting to use Far Reach and zap myself through. Oh wow, okay, Remaxis said, yeah, the original Fallout New Vegas for Xbox was almost unplayable at launch. Aw, dang. Oh yeah, Gerald says, I'd like to see New Vegas for PS4. So would I. I would so love to see that. I would stream the heck out of that. Oh, George says there was a shortcut to the Vergil cure through hydroponics. I thought you had to crack a super difficult terminal to get through that. I don't have the hacking in this game. I don't have the perks to hack. Okay, Dark Arrow says you need to wait a week for Virgil to be cured, and the game would give you notice to go back and see him that he's cured. But if you didn't get that, then the game glitched out on you. Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. I went and gave him the cure after I destroyed the Institute, and then I spent another 2 or 3 years in game time in the Commonwealth building up settlements and doing the DLC expansions for the game. And in all that time, I never received a message saying Virgil was cured. And I went back to visit him, and he was still super mutant. So yeah, I think it was just glitched. Aw, shit. Alright, so what weapon am I gonna use? I don't have Gage here to shoot things for me. I guess I could use this. But let's see, what have we got? We've got the Magnum TS. That's a pretty powerful hand cannon. And we've got Wayland's Whisper, which is nice for shooting super mutants in the arm. It's got decent accuracy. Let's go with the hand cannon. Let's go with the Magnum TS, which is named for Taswavo. Many thanks to Taswavo for being one of my supporters on Patreon. He wanted Rose to have a hand cannon. And so I gave Rose a hand cannon. Ooh, this is feeling old school. Being slow and careful and stealthy.
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
Nope, and there's a dang Assaultron in there. Romaxis is in New Vegas. You can literally say, screw everyone, I'm going to rule this land, and kick every game faction out of the Mojave. No gods, no masters. Yeah, I did the, I ended up doing the independent New Vegas ending. I didn't go with Mr. House, or the NCR, or the Legion. I had my own robot army.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected.
That was nice. Hey, Strong's back. How you doing?
Scanners clear.
Oh, yeah, I know. I can use... Yeah, Romax is telling me use your melee skills to bash that Assaultron. I don't have my power armor on, but yeah. Problem with it is I can't bash these machine gun turrets. Even though you'd think I could swing a bat that high and whack it, it's actually not a thing. I've tried. Pork and beans, huh? Nope, no pork and beans, thank you. So I gotta shoot the wall turrets with something. Sugar bombs, huh? Now, I think one of the problems I might have had as Fiona in my first playthrough was that I came to the Institute. I did not actually go into the FEV lab and get the cure, and then I left the Institute. Now, you can go in and out of the Institute, and that's not a problem. So I left the Institute, I stored a bunch of junk, I got McCready, whatever, I did some things. Then I went back, and I went in, and I got the cure, and then I took the cure to Virgil. So I'm wondering if that was my mistake. Like, if you don't actually pick up the cure the very first time you're in the Institute, it somehow glitches out on you. Alright. Okay, nope. Nope. Likeness 0, okay, so it's not K. Nope.
I'm in.
I'm in. Very last one. Oh, wow. Turret control. Oh, well. I think they're all destroyed at this point. Deactivate. I will deactivate them anyway, just in case. And remote control. Remote door control. Yes. Open up. Open sesame.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Here we go. Let's give the Assaultron some kisses. One kiss is all it took. Hot damn. Wow. That was amazing. Nice. Oh yeah, Remax says make sure you get the ballistic weave before you decide to go with the Institute or Brotherhood. Yeah, but is that really mattering if I wear power armor most of the time? Because it doesn't stack. But yeah, we'll see how far I get. I've got some missions. Oh, I gotta go this way. I've got some missions that I can do for the railroad. And we'll see if I can do that, definitely. See, if you look, let me look here. Data. I think I've got... That one is a railroad mission from Pam, I think? Or maybe this one? Okay, that's one of the ones from Tinker Tom. But I think one of these is one of the ones I can do for Pam, and then I'll start getting ballistic weave, maybe? So if I go and do those after I leave the Institute and go and talk to the railroad, maybe I haven't gone too far with the Brotherhood or the Institute yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Did that say subway token? What's that? Puncturing pipe wrench mod. Okay. Nice. You know, that would be cool if mods were just scattered throughout the wasteland that you could pick up. I mean, I know that you can get robot mods. If you have Automatron and you kill robots, you'll often find robot pieces and parts. But I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you could just find random weapon mods all over the place? That would be nice. Hooked pipe wrench mod, okay. I mean, why not, you know? Ooh, aluminum. You know, I don't remember the last time I quick saved. Maybe I should quick save. Okay, ballistic weave may not be useful at the moment, says Remaxis, but once the chance is gone, then you can't change your mind. That's a good point. Good point. Excuse me. That's true. George said if she keeps wearing the Ronald McDonald pack gear, ballistic weave won't do her much good. Yeah, I don't think I can put ballistic weave in the pack clothing that I like to wear. Oh, Gerald says later, Gator. Later, Gerald. You're entered in the drawing. If you're the winner, I will announce the winner's name in the comments at the end of this live stream. Oh, Remaxis says there are mods scattered in places in the wasteland. They're just extremely rare. Yeah. Well, they should be more common, I think. But thanks for being here, Gerald. Anyone who might be watching right now and wants to enter the drawing to win a Nuka Quantum keychain made by Becca Beast, just say the words Nuka and Quantum in the live chat room, and I will enter you in the drawing, and the winner will be announced after the live stream's over. I will announce it in the comments section of the video that's saved by YouTube. And then you'll just need to contact me and let me know your mailing address so I can ship it out to you. Oh no! Dead kitties! Oh no, I remember this. Wouldn't it smell terrible down here? Oh shoot. I mean, wouldn't this stink? I mean, how long has this been sitting here? Let me get out the Magnum TS because this sounds like... Yep. Ooh, and there's one down there too. Damn. This place is turret crazy. Let's get my AP back up. I know I'm overloaded, so my AP is getting used up when I move. But at least I can move. I could even fast travel if I needed to. Hey, Jeff H, how you doing? Jeff H says hi, Joel. Thanks for being here, Jeff, and saying hello in the chat room. Oh, Transfuse. Hey, Transfuse, how are ya? Transfuse says Nuka Quantum. Thank you for entering the giveaway. Epic Ninja saying, why are there so many cats down there? That's something we can read about in one of the terminals. If I remember correctly, it's because they were creating not only synthetic people, but synthetic animals. Which is why, I don't think we've been in the bioscience part yet, but there's like gorillas and different animals and stuff. And they were turning children, I think. They were turning children into super mutants. And so they still had the minds of children, and they still wanted to play with toys. And that, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you play through Fallout 4 long enough, you'll notice in a lot of the super mutant camps, there will be toys, children's toys. Like, even the behemoth that's out by Green Top Nursery has toys. And if you read some of the terminal entries, if I remember correctly, I seem to remember this because I remember being really, like, just grossed out and offended by it when I read it, that they were taking men, women, and children from the Commonwealth and turning them into super mutants. And that's why some of the super mutants play with toys and stuff.
That's it.
I don't know, maybe they were just feeding the super mutants cat meat, but I don't think that's what it was. I think they were just experimenting with making animals, and they were also turning children into mutants. Hey, that's true. Ramaxis says in New Vegas, Mr. House says that all cats are extinct, yet you find them all over in Boston. Well, that's what I had heard too, was that in Fallout lore, cats were extinct. And so the fact that there were cats all over the Commonwealth was because the Institute had made them. And I'm pretty sure you can read some of the terminals down here in the Institute, and it'll tell you that they were creating animals and releasing them up above. So yeah, the cats might have been part of that. Ah, and the crows in Diamond City, George says. Okay. Hey, Dab! Dab says Nuka Quantum. Let me write you down on my list. Dab 1GD 1273. Thank you for being here and for entering the giveaway. Nope, Transfuse is doing good. Hope all is well with you. I am doing very well, thank you. Thank you so much. I've had kind of a rough week, but I am so happy to be here with y'all. Epic Ninja wants to know if the cats have synth components. I don't know. George says that's the thing about the Institute. Much of what they do isn't as much about science as it is about cruelty. Well, yeah, and that's what makes them kind of a shit villain, to be honest. Because if you're going to have a villain who's just a villain for villainy''s sake, that's so not very compelling as far as storytelling goes. Like, the best villains are the ones that you can empathize with, you know, the ones that are doing what they do for some kind of good reason or some kind of reason, you know what I mean? The villains that you can go, wow, yeah, I can see why that person did that, and they made the wrong decision, but I can understand it. Or, oh gosh, you know, something horrible happened to this person and they became a villain, and I get it, you know? Or whatever. But like, just to be like, well, I'm evil because I'm evil, it just is like such shit storytelling. I can't even tell you. But I am telling you. I'm telling you right now. It's shit storytelling. Maybe this is the terminal that I could come in. Yeah, maybe from the other direction. That might be it. Or is this just a dead end here? I can't see anything. Turn on my Pip-Boy. Boy, I tell you, when I am playing Dishonored 2, I sure wish I had my Pip-Boy. Whoa. Hello there. Can I disarm that? Nope, auto-saving. Yeah, alright, let's disarm that. Jeez. How did that not go off? Maybe when I try to use the terminal? Yeah, Dark Arrow says cats only have cat meat on them. Yep, no synth components. Well, maybe the human synths need synth components because that's what like keeps their programming. Like that's what gives them their programming. It's like I think of a synth component as kind of like a cyborg sort of thing that's like plugged into basically what is exactly a human body and a human nervous system, but it's plugged in to then control and override and, you know, give them certain commands or whatever. Like the thing that Nick said in another one of the live streams, he was saying, yeah, every synth is programmed so that they don't remember how to get back into the Institute once they leave. Right? So, like, I just imagine there being, you know, that's what the synth component is. But cats wouldn't need that because it wouldn't matter. Cats can't communicate. They can't, you know, if they knew where the Institute was, it wouldn't matter. And they don't need any special programming. They're just cats. So maybe that's why they don't have synth components. Just a thought. I don't know. Or maybe it's just poor writing and, you know, we're having to fill in the gaps of bad storytelling. Okay, Remaxis is telling us it's all explained in the Institute questline. Okay. Well, maybe if we do a little bit of Institute stuff, we'll find out more. Huge, no. Alright, TANK. Oh, nope, it's not in. Ah, I'm locked out. I gotta give it a second. Can I pick the door? No, I can't. Try it again.
I'm through.
Oh, we got in. Alright, great. Well, I think I've already destroyed all the turrets. But it says units connected to, so let's deactivate those. In case there are like two inside, maybe. I know, it's been such a long time since I've been here, I don't remember. Whoa! Okay, we're here. Creepy. Ah, George says the Warwicks. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm gonna read this comment. I already know it. I already know what he's saying here, but I'm gonna read it. So spoiler alert for anyone that doesn't want to know. The Warwicks were part of an experiment in growing a new type of squash. They killed the dad, replaced him with a synth, then commanded that the rest of the family be killed when the experiment was over. How is that explained or justified? Exactly. Exactly. I remember reading about that. We haven't found that terminal yet. I think when we get back to the bioscience section and we read the terminals in there, or whatever section we haven't been in yet, we'll read about that. But yeah, I knew they had replaced Mr. Warwick, Papa Warwick, with a synth, and it pissed me off in my first playthrough with Fiona that I couldn't go back and confront him. Because I read it on the terminal entry, and I was thinking, okay, now give me this quest. Go, bing, here's a quest to go talk to the Warwicks or whatever. Or here's, you know, if you go and you kill him, because you know he's a synth, and that the whole family is going to be killed, if you go and kill him, it's still considered murder, and the whole settlement turns against you. Or at least it did in my playthrough with Fiona. And it ticked me off so bad that there wasn't some other way to deal with the whole Warwick family situation. I'll take the applicator. Sure. Oh, I think this is the secret way in. Yeah, see, there's the bioscience. Right. Okay. So this is the way we could have come in. But I think from the other direction, it's like a master terminal, and I can't hack master terminals. So that was one big reason I avoided it. I came in from the other way. Oh, this is the cure. We'll take it. Bring serum to Virgil. Great.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board: exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
So is he talking about the reasons why that they came and took my son? They came and took Sean? Because I thought they were taking Sean in order to make sense. I didn't think they were taking Sean in order to do more FEV tests. Which, speaking of which, why didn't they just take all of the people that were in Vault 111 and use them for FEV tests? Plot holes. Okay, Virgil personal log, let's play it.
Personal record, Dr. Brian Vergil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it?
Yeah, why?
If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Yeah, I mean, why were they experimenting with FEV? Why was that a thing that Father was interested in? Alright, Father being, you know, spoiler alert, my son Sean. And see, this is the point where Fiona in my first playthrough was like, oh my god, my son became Hitler, right? My son is an absolute jerk. That sucks. And, you know, they say blood is thicker than water, but I'm sorry, there's just, you know, as far as Fiona was concerned, she didn't raise Sean, and, you know, she would have loved him and wanted to be a family and everything, but there's just some things that can't be forgiven. And he's part of a lot of things that are just not forgivable. He just became like a stranger to her.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178.
Okay, so that's a little bit earlier in time.
I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations.
Is that like a century before Rose came out of the vault?
In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where
it had to be
this
tried.
came from. But, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Alright, let's read this terminal. See if we get any more information about this place. Subjects. Alright. Male, mid-30s, poor overall health. Discarded. Female, late 30s, moderate overall health. Rapid decline in physical condition. Deceased. Male, early 30s. Mental acuity charting slightly higher than average. Tag discarded. Male, late 20s. Rapid decline in mental capacity. Terminated. Female, early 20s. Terminated. Male, mid 30s. Terminated. During incident V. Is that a reference to V for Vendetta? I don't know. Probably not. Unintentionally terminated during incident V. Progress reports. Latest run of testing complete. Results are within expected parameters. Okay. There's Virgil. Have assumed the lead role in the project. Synthetic organics continue to perform well. Okay. Well, maybe they were thinking of using mutants to protect the Institute, the way that they're using synths. Oh, let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat room. Remax says, conspiracy theory time. Is father actually Sean or an imposter? There's really no way to know. Like, maybe he's a synth. Or maybe he could be pretending to be Sean. Or, I don't know. I mean, I think that's kind of giving too much complexity to a game that tends to not be that complex. I think it's pretty much more straightforward than that. It is what it presents itself as being, which is he's your son. But you know, that kind of goes along. There's that theory that the sole survivor is a synth, and that's why Sean is kind of like Sean had you developed in a lab and then released to see what you would do, but that his actual parents were both killed. That's one theory, but I don't buy into that theory. Again, I think that would be giving too much complexity to a game that just doesn't have that level of complexity normally. Yeah, I don't buy the sole survivor as synth theory, because Sean seems to care too much. Like, why would if Sean didn't? Okay, let me back up. The Institute scientists don't seem to think that synths are people. And father is really interested in making that little Sean synth kid, but even that project has its flaws and problems and is in development. I just don't see him creating a synth, releasing it, calling it mother or father, and then saying, oh yeah, and I'm going to leave the Institute in your hands. He wouldn't leave the Institute in the hands of a synth. I just don't believe he would do that, given all of their evidence in this game. Anyway, that's just me. Alright, FEV lab entry terminal. Use. Deactivate laser grid. Yes. Right. Well, yeah, George says the whole place is so shady anything could be possible. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. But I'm saying practically, I don't think that the game developers and writers were trying to be X. Right. Yeah, I'll come to Ruin says sometimes I wonder if father is actually Sean. Yeah, I mean, you know, that could be too. That could be too. But again, the story itself, you know, the idea of that's not really explored in the game. So again, I think we're giving too much credit to the game designers. Yeah, see, this FEV lab terminal here is master level. I wouldn't have been able to hack that as Rose because Rose doesn't have the intelligence or the perks to hack a master terminal. So I had to go in the way that I went in. But yes, if you have the ability to hack it, you can go in this way and bypass the Assaultron and all that other garbage we had to deal with. George says agreed. Complexity is not Todd's strong suit. Yeah, well, I don't know if we can give all of the credit or the blame to Todd Howard. He's not the writer.
Promising results.
And I'm sure he's not the only person involved in the storyboarding and whatnot. There's the gorilla. Oh, 2 gorillas. Cool. Alright, is there anybody in here I gotta meet? Are there any applicators I can steal?
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Sure. Well,
Good to see you.
I had nothing to do with it, but okay. I mean, how could I be proud of something I wasn't even involved in?
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Doctor?
Welcome. So good to have you here.
Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting.
There's that
nonetheless.
logo on his chest that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
Why does everybody keep asking me? One of us, one of us. Not
I'm
sure
not
yet.
sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I
And
know.
some open pockets.
But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Alright, so this guy gives side quests or something? Ooh, more goodies for me to take.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Oh, well, you're lucky for us, you're not like most men, you stud. What the hell? Does he get made fun of a lot by the SRB division and the other robotics divisions and stuff? Hey, I'm a man. Just because I work with plants. That just seems like such an insecure thing to say. Alright, let's read this terminal. What's this all? Close bioscience security door. Okay. But maybe I want to go out there. Open. That's weird. Why does that need to be a thing? Okay.
What state is it in?
Unfortunately, there's been too much harmful exposure for it to be useful.
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Water radiation was lethal.
Right. Kimberly says there's the well-being of the Institute, but they can't cure cancer. Yeah, that seems like a stretch, doesn't it? That's another one of those weird plot holes that I don't really understand.
Frankly,
like,
they don't.
They went and they
surface is still
took
too dangerous for
Sean.
life
They
to
took
truly
my
thrive.
baby.
That's
They
why
took
what we do here is
they
so
took
important.
Rose's baby or Fiona's baby or whichever playthrough it is. They take the sole survivor's kid because they want DNA that hasn't been affected by radiation. And they keep that kid underground, safe from the above ground radiation. And that kid still develops that they can't cure? Like, for real? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. And yeah, they're the Institute, and they can't figure out cancer. Or to at least treat cancer. I mean, shit, we got a lot of technology to detect and treat cancer now. So, like, you imagine in this super futuristic world. I mean, they got stim packs. Will a stim pack not do it? It stretches credulity. I'm just saying. And why do they even have bottle caps? Well, I guess if they're drinking soda, maybe they'd have them. Alright. I'll stop complaining. No, I won't. No. Alright, what's this gonna tell us? Go. SZI Phase 2? Synth Zoological Initiative Phase 2. What to create? We've engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. Ah, there's those crows that George was talking about. Now we need to do a creature of the sea. Might Nahant have something useful? Request that we allocate a scavenger team to that area. Which aquatic creature makes a good candidate? Start with size. Nothing too large, nothing too small. Genus Delphinus. I think that would be a dolphin. I don't know what genus Carhinus would be. Okay. Warwick Homestead Initiative. Here we go. Warwick Homestead. Uh-oh. Remaxis is reporting that my mic is cutting out. Yeah. God dang it. I'm gonna have to replace this thing. Transfused says, nice blue hair. Thank you. I'll come to ruin says, no pressure, but have you made your decision about joining us yet? Yeah, I only just got there, and it's like, you know, drink the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid. Oh, George says, I still want to know where her horny hat went. I have it, it's just not, it's in my pocket. It's not equipped. Right. Dark Arrow is saying the same thing I was just saying. Yeah, how the hell did Sean get cancer if the Institute's all clean and good? Right. Exactly. And he was supposed to have, like, no DNA mutations or whatever. That's why they kidnapped him in the first place. Well, that's true. Okay. Strong's saying he might smoke. Remember the ashtray and the cigarettes in his room. Hey, good point. Good point. Yeah. Yeah? Alright, so what is this? Mission statement. The Warwick Homestead Initiative was conceived to facilitate field testing of various genetically modified specimens in the unique climate of the Commonwealth. It's hoped that we gain insight into the effects of trace radiation on the growth and developments of said specimens. We are in full agreement on the following hypothesis subjected to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH. Our modified seed specimens are likely to exhibit accelerated growth and a twofold increase in size. Project implementation. Using genetic manipulation, we'll develop a unique breed of cucurbitous vegetable with similar characteristics to those commonly farmed in the Commonwealth. Acquire Roger Warwick. Acquire. Yeah, nice word there. Acquire. Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all we can about him. With the intelligence gathered in Stage 2, create a synth replica and embed the unit on site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation. Yeah, that right there is just plain fucking evil right there. That was the point where, you know, Fiona read that in her first playthrough and was like, yeah, no, okay, these assholes, that's it. That's it. Now, I don't know how Rose would feel about it. Rose would probably be pretty indifferent, like, whatever. She doesn't care, but that is some dark evil shit right there. Because, you know, Rose doesn't care. I mean, they've got, like, you know, people in slave collars in Nuka World and whatnot. She didn't give a crap. I think in Rose's case, I think Rose just kind of wouldn't relate to this whole scientific thing, though, because I've been saying for a long time that she doesn't have a very high intelligence. I mean, and that's, you know, because I just haven't put a lot of intelligence points. She's not an intelligence build. She's a melee build, and so I don't think she's going to go in for all this scientific mumbo-jumbo. She's going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, what can I get out of it? So, was the Institute, like, trying to figure out how to make better crops for themselves so that they would have more food to eat? Or is there some kind of plan? Like, are they eventually planning to go above the surface and, like, repopulate? But they just don't want to do that until they're sure that they're not going to be resisted, or that they can't be resisted by the locals. Is that the deal? What's if synth unit investments for lab study? Wait, that purge? Purge all surface evidence of the initiative. That definitely sounds like they're going to torch the farm, doesn't it? Alright, behavioral anomaly report. Hey, Epic Ninja says I subbed. Thank you! Yeah, everybody, if you're enjoying yourselves, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. You know how YouTube works. Checking up with the chat room here. Alright, Epic Ninja says, are you still going to be streaming in an hour? I might be. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to play for. I started streaming around 2 o'clock, so I've been going for about 2.5 hours now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a while. We'll see how far I get. Remaxa says, damn it, Jewel, you're making me sound like a broken record, but there are answers in the Institute questline. Well, that's good to know, but at the same time, it shouldn't be required that we do the Institute questline to get those answers. I think that, again, is a failure of storytelling in this game. Because I don't think it's possible, and I could be wrong, but I don't think it's possible to complete all of the storylines in one playthrough. You know, to do all the Institute stuff, do all the Brotherhood stuff, do all the Railroad stuff, do all the Minutemen stuff, do all the Nuka World stuff, or whatever. I don't think that's possible because of the way the game's designed. So it's kind of like they're forcing you to play through it more than once in order to get the whole story and to understand everything. But I just think that's kind of, I don't know. There should have been a little more explanation of things, in my opinion. It's like when I first... Oops, sorry. I think I bumped my mic. When I first met the Railroad as Fiona in my first playthrough, Desdemona says, would you give your life to save a synth? And I'm like, why? Why would I do that? Why should I care about synths? And there was really no compelling reason to care. It's not like I met her and she said, hey, guess what? We know that synths are basically, exactly like humans. They have the same physiology, the same, biochemistry. They have the same neurology. They want free will. They want freedom. We're trying to help them be free of the institute that created them. Will you help us? Then I'd have been like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's do it, But like when I got in there the very first time, it was just like, we don't know if we can trust you. Would you like to save synths? Maybe, and then, through the course of doing the quest line and playing more of the game, you find out more about synths or whatever, and then you can say, oh yeah, okay, I can see what they're doing. But I don't know, it feels weird to me that in Fallout 4 it seems like the story is sort of inverted. Like, you don't find out why you should give a shit until you've already pretended to give a shit and gone down a particular path. And that, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't like it. I wish this game had been done a little differently as far as that goes. Hey, Hein Welters! Oh my gosh, how you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. I mean, maybe you've been here, but I don't think I've seen you in the chat room in a while. Yeah, that's true. George says it's tough to juxtapose the silliness with the realism. Well, see, some people think that Fallout New Vegas sucks because it was too silly, especially if you play with the Weird Wasteland perk, and they're like, oh, why is it got to be so goofy? It's supposed to be post-apocalyptic. But to me, that's what Fallout's supposed to be. It's supposed to be goofy. It's supposed to be so over-the-top bizarre, because it is post-apocalyptic and weird, that it's hilarious and tragic. Like, to me, those two things are what Fallout are, what Fallout is. Fallout, I don't think Fallout 4 had as much of the silliness to it as previous Fallout games. Yeah, exactly. Epic Ninja says, but what if you don't want to do the Institute questline? Exactly. You shouldn't have to do the Institute questline to get all the answers. There should be alternative ways to find out the storyline and find out the whole story of the game. Or use the wiki if you're lazy like me. This has all come to ruin. Yeah, well, that's true. That's kind of how I end up finding out things, is either by talking to other people who've played it or by looking it up on the wiki. Exactly. Yeah, Transfuse, they're trying to make you play through multiple times. Yeah. Oh, the game has replayability because you're not going to understand the whole story unless you play it again. Yeah, suck my butt, Todd Howard. Or whoever made that decision. Oh, you're doing good, Hein. That's good. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. Alright, for anyone who's just joining us, I am doing Fallout Friday. I'm live streaming some Fallout 4 here. I will be going back on Sunday. I'll be going back to Dishonored 2. I'm in the middle of playing that. We got to finish up Mission 4, which is about halfway, maybe 40% through the game. Dishonored, I will continue streaming regularly until I finish it, and then I will go back to streaming Fallout a lot more. But for now, I'm just doing Fallout Fridays. And today's Fallout Friday, we have a giveaway of a Nuka Quantum keychain made by Becca Beast of Inkbat Studios on Etsy. It's really cute. Looks just like the one in the game. And if you want to win that, just say the words Nuka Quantum in the live chat room. And at the end of this live stream, I will draw a name at random and announce the winner in the comments on the YouTube video. Hey, you know what? I'm also giving away some PS3 games. If you have a PS3 and you would like to have Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 4, go over to my Twitter page. You can find links in the description or on my About page on YouTube. Go over to my Twitter page and retweet the tweet that's pinned at the top there about the giveaway. And I will do a random drawing to give away those games to one lucky winner on my Try It Tuesday. This Tuesday I'm going to be playing Infamous Second Son for Try It Tuesday. Monday I'll be streaming Dishonored 2, and then Wednesday Dishonored 2. I don't know how much longer it's going to take me to finish Dishonored 2, probably just another week or so. And then I'll go back to playing some more Fallout 4 and maybe some other games that are suggested to me or donated to me. I'm not above playing a game that's donated to me. I've just never had anyone offer. So, but yeah, I actually have several PS3 games because I'm no longer playing my PS3, so I figured I would give them to you guys. And I will be giving away some PS3 games over the next few weeks. I may even give away my PS4 Shadow of Mordor game. Remember, you guys, I tried to play that. I did a Jewel Smith Plays Shadow of Mordor, and I didn't enjoy it much, but I could see where it might be the kind of game other people would enjoy. So I'm going to be giving that one away in the coming weeks as well. Oh, George's got to go. Bye, George. Thanks for being here. Oh, Heinz says, is there a giveaway? I'm a PC gamer. Yeah, well, the keychain, you can be a PC gamer and still win the keychain. If you're interested in that, you just say the words Nuka and Quantum in the live chat room. That's for a keychain. I will, let me post the link again. And I'll post a link in the comments, too, after this live stream. But I will post you a link to the keychain that I am giving away. Let me put that in the chat room right now. There it is. They're really cool. They're really cool. And if you don't win it, you can always order one from her. I ordered one from her. That's how I found out about them. I saw them and I said, these are so cool. And I ordered one. And it was really, really cute. So I decided to get one to give away. Alright, back to the game. What are we doing here? We are reading the details regarding the gorilla behavioral anomalies. 16 incidents of heightened aggression. Okay. Several attacks. Yeah, they seem to have a problem with some of their synthetic creatures getting very hostile. Alright. I think we've read everything there is to read in here. And I think we've looted everything there is to loot in here. I need lots of aluminum to repair my power armor. Oop, storage. Back here? What's back here? Did we loot this already? I think we did. We didn't take the sweepers though. Rose doesn't care much about cleanliness. Right, I think this is where we went into the FEV lab. Yep, okay. So we've come full circle. Excellent. Ooh, what's up here? This is much more old school. This is old school desks and old school filing cabinets. Wow. So was this originally kind of like old school vault, and then they eventually built the beautiful Institute stuff, the Star Trek stuff off of that original vault? Alright. Oh, more goodies. Let's get out of here. More goodies. My goodness. So many goodies. Now what's really fun, spoiler alert, don't listen if you haven't destroyed the Institute. But what's really fun when you're destroying the Institute is that this safety glass gets lowered.
I can't imagine living on
and the gorillas come out and start attacking everybody. And you have to fight the gorillas. And I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but one of the things added by, I want to say Wasteland Workshop, is the ability to have gorilla traps. So that you can have gorillas walking around your settlement, which if you watch my settlement tour series from my Fiona playthrough, she has a gorilla wandering around Starlight Drive-In. That's how she got it. But anyway, what I was going to say was, you can't get the gorillas. You can't trap a gorilla unless you've gone into the Institute and destroyed it, I think. So, like, the idea is that the gorillas escaped when you destroyed the Institute, and so they're out roaming the wasteland, and then that's how you're able to trap them, I guess. Oh, there's somebody up there I've got to go meet. Who is that? Is that my kid? Meet the division leaders. Oh, it's a division leader, I guess. Okay. So what division is this? that I haven't met yet. I know I keep panting. I'm out of breath because I'm overloaded. Oh, they're up one more level. There they are. Come on, don't walk so fast. I'm only carrying like 1 billion pounds of stuff. A billion pounds of aluminum tweezers. Alright, where'd they go? Oh, right. She's the one that I saw when we first... Ah, for fuck's sake. When we first came in, wasn't she the one complaining or talking about the upgrades or something? I guess I didn't...
We don't usually welcome outsiders.
Engage in conversation.
I hope you can appreciate your good fortune. Doc? They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
My will to survive.
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Well, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Jesus, here she is asking me.
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
She hopes she's there to see it. Is that going to imply that you're going to live longer than 100 years? Well, I mean, I guess they extended Kellogg's life, but are they going to be extending their own lives too? Remaxis says this has turned into a strangely deep live stream with lots of fun discussions about the lore. Oh, cool. Well, there's a lot going on here. I mean, being here in the Institute's kind of the culmination of like the main storyline, or well, I don't know if you'd call it Act 1, but you know, I mean, the whole idea was that the sole survivor wants to find their kid, and so, you know, there's a lot going on here. There's definitely a lot to talk about, at least for me anyway. Because so many things went through my head when I came here as Fiona. Because Fiona was I totally bought in to the whole thing. I wanted to avenge my husband. I wanted to find my kid. You know, I really related to Fiona because I'm a mom and I'm a wife, and I really was so into the role playing of it at the time. And then I got here and I felt so disappointed by it all. I was just like, what? I have so many questions and I can't ask anybody these questions and nothing makes any sense, and why would they do this and why would they do that? There was just so much happening here. I just remember being so, like, I don't know, frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, unhappy, disappointed, so many feelings. Because I'd been so invested, and then I kind of got here and felt like, what? This makes no sense. And why can't I ask? I had a million questions I wanted to ask, but no dialogue options to ask them. It was very disappointing. The hell is on your head,
Your
dude?
presence here is a great gift.
Oh, he's got like a ponytail
Not just to
thing.
Father, but to all of us.
I wish you could have known
Oh,
Father
whoa.
as we
You guys
have.
are synths. Okay. Yeah, and if they can program synths to, like, know all this information about the people they replace, why can't they just program these synths here to be compliant, to have no desire to leave or whatever? I don't know. Asking too many questions. Oop. Strong says, I'm playing Vegas. Should I help Rings or help the Powder Gangers? Oh, like Good Springs? Good Springs or the Powder Gang? When I played, I helped Good Springs. Just because that gives you, I think it gives you more options as far as, like, because Good Springs is a town you can go into, and there's a shop and whatnot. Like, that was my thinking anyway. Plus, I was playing through as, like, you know, kind of a nice, decent person. I think if you want to play through as kind of a bad guy or, you know, a wild character, you might help the Powder Gangers. I don't really know what that gets you, though. I mean, it gets you the ability to go to the prison and get inside, I think. There's some prison where all the Powder Gangers are hanging out. Yeah, awful lot of people smoking here, huh? Yep. You think they would have figured out in all these generations of living here that smoking was not healthy. Now, in New Vegas, there is one area where you can meet some Powder Gangers, and they will be neutral to you regardless of what you do in Good Springs. So don't sweat that too much. But yeah, I helped Good Springs. I mean, they helped me, you know, the doc there patched me up. Or, you know, the main character, the courier, got patched up.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
Oh, really? Romaxis says you need an account on Etsy to be able to see the link that you posted. Aw. Well, that's a bummer. I think you can log in under, if you've got, like, Facebook or something like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, I do have an account on Etsy because I also have a shop on Etsy. But yeah, I didn't know that. Okay. That it required registration to be able to view the shops there. That's a bummer. I am just loading up. Loading up all the things. All Come to Ruin says, oh my god, I kind of want you to destroy the Institute just for that. Just so we can have gorillas? Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, if you go watch the Starlight Drive-In settlement tour on my settlement tour series on YouTube, and you'll see Fiona's got a gorilla wandering around. And I want to get gorillas for my pack settlements. If I continue having this Raider Empire, you know, the pack loves animals. And I think that in Nuka World, they have some gorillas, but they're the ghoul-rilla variety. The undead gorillas. They're not the shiny Institute version of gorillas. So yeah, I want to get them some pet gorillas. Transfuse says, hey, you're carrying too much and can't run. You think? Oh my goodness. Alright, so what do we do? Meet the division leaders. Have I not done all this yet? What else is there? Who else is there to meet? Jesus. Who else am I not meeting here? What division leader? Locate Dr. Lee. Is she a division leader? Is she one I haven't met yet? Is she gonna ask me if I'm ready to become one of them? Ooh, what's this? Have I been in
No
here?
visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm carrying too much and cannot run. I'm carrying
Just
shit
as you
tons,
gave
actually.
life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Uh-huh. That doesn't sound cultish at all. Alright, what's on this terminal? Hey, Hein Walters is asking, is this Rose the Overboss build in Nuka World? Yes, this is Rose I'm playing right now. And for the first, I don't know, like 70 live streams or so, the first 70 episodes, that's what we were doing. We were working our way toward becoming the Overboss, and then we were working our way through the Nuka World quest line, and then we were building up our Raider Empire throughout the Commonwealth, and I have 8 Raider outposts, I have 3 vassal settlements, and I have the rank 3 of the Wasteland Warlord perk. And then I decided, well, I've done all of that, so I'll go and maybe follow up on some leads and see if I can find my son. So I started doing this main story stuff here in the last few live streams. But yeah, this is Rose. This is not Fiona. Fiona's the one that I did all of the contraptions videos and the Vault 88 and the settlement tours and all that stuff. The one that was hanging out with Hancock. Ooh, okay. Incident reports. Incidents, what's this mean? First degree burns, patient placed his hand in power relay. Okay. Abdominal distress, patient ingested lubricant from Robotics division on a dare. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wrist sprain, patient declined to say how injury occurred, only that it was related to using a terminal. Was he looking at porn? Was he looking at porn and he overdid it? Oh my goodness. Do they have Institute internet porn? Nice. Dislocated shoulder. Malfunction of synth handshake gesture. Apply with extreme force. Okay. Severe blunt trauma to upper torso. Received an FEV lab. Redacted. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dizziness, shortness of breath, test results revealed. Nope, redacted. Okay. Personal notes. Latest batch of food from hydroponics shows increased vitamin D content. Should help with the deficiencies I've been seeing lately. Yeah. If they're not above ground, they're not getting any, they're not getting enough vitamin D for sure. You know, it's really easy to get short on vitamin D real quick. You know, even in modern, I mean, even in real life, in modern times, I have a severe vitamin D deficiency, and I have to take supplements, like medical grade supplements for it. because once you start to become deficient, you don't get enough from food. It's not in that much food unless you're drinking a lot of milk, but even then you can't drink all the milk in the world. It's not going to give you enough. And going out in the sun, a lot of people avoid the sun because they have very sensitive skin, and in my case I have some skin conditions and I'm not supposed to be in the sun, so I wear a lot of sunscreen and stuff. But then if you're wearing a lot of sunscreen or hats or whatever, you're not getting vitamin D and you'll get deficient. By the time you get to my age, boys and girls, you can get severely deficient. So yeah, that would be a serious concern for people living underground, I think. Nice little tidbit that they added in there. Alright, I looted that already. Yes, I did. Oh, let me give you a peek of me. There I am as Rose, the Nuka World Overboss. I'm wearing some of the pack armor and pack clothing there. And I'll show you my stats. There I am, Rose, level 54. Now, normally, everybody was asking earlier about my my horned helm. Normally I wear my horned helm and my leopard print David Lee Roth bandana. And so that's what I usually look like during these live streams. But I took that off to meet my son. I guess I can put that all back on now, right? Oh, Strong says there's no milk in Fallout. Even from the Brahmin? I thought they had milk. And they made cheese and stuff, no? Oh, sorry, let me catch up on the chat room. Romaxis says, aren't the gorillas you trap ghoulified like the ones in the Savari zone? No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I thought that the gorilla I had walking around at Starlight was just a regular gorilla like the ones in the Institute. Well, pretty soon I'm going to get out of here, and then I will unload all of this junk, and then that little notification of me being overweight won't keep showing up. I know, it's kind of annoying me too. Romaxa says, so, are most of the Institute scientists inbred? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Is there enough of a genetic variety, maybe? I wonder if there's kind of like a... like if they specially plan who breeds with who because of that, so they can keep genetic diversity or something. They don't really address that in the game, do they? Let me see here. Oh, Transfuse says, no matter what, this is one of my favorite games ever. Aw, cool. Fallout 4? Yeah, I like it too. I mean, it has its issues, and I bitch and moan and piss and complain, but it is a good game. It is a heck of a good game, and I'm dying to get back to it. I've been streaming Dishonored. And you know, Dishonored 2 is a fun game. I gotta admit. It's got, you know, it's alright, but it's no Fallout 4. And I think that's what's kind of ruined Dishonored 2 for me, is that I've been playing it, but all I can think about is Fallout 4. I keep wanting to get back and work on settlements, and I keep wanting to get back and find out what happens with Rose, and I keep wanting to, you know, I keep just thinking about Fallout 4 and not wanting to think about Dishonored 2, which I guess means Dishonored 2 is not as good. Because if it was, it would make me forget about Fallout 4. But it's not... Alright, Dark Arrow is asking, Jewel, what faction did you use to come to the Institute? Oh, that's a great question. Rose used the Brotherhood of Steel to get into the Institute. And her thinking was, because she had, early in this playthrough, I had hooked up with the Railroad, right? Even before I became the Nuka World Overboss, I had run into Deacon, and, you know, found the railroad, did whatever. Didn't do very many of their quests, though. So when I can't remember at what point, there's a point where you can take the MacGuffin to be decoded, whatever it is. I went to the railroad, and they decoded it, and I went and found Virgil and whatnot, and he said, go kill a courser, yada yada, got the plans, all that. Now, I could have used the railroad to build the molecular relay, but Rose's thinking was that the railroad is kind of a scanty organization. I mean, they don't really have a lot of resources, and Tinker Tom doesn't seem like the most reliable dude for building a molecular relay. So, you know, building this advanced technology. So her thinking was that she would infiltrate the Brotherhood of Steel, because they show up after you kill Kellogg. So she had killed Kellogg and saw that they had shown up. So she figured, all right, I'm going to go to these folks because their thing is technology. Because, you know, her thinking was like, okay, I want to get my son. That was her main goal. I want to get in there. I want to find out, you know, who do I got to shank to get my kid back. And it was a one-time shot. You know, she didn't want to screw it up. So she didn't want Tinker Tom fucking it up. She wanted it done right. So she went to the Brotherhood, and she played along with the Brotherhood. Danse thinks she's just the bee's knees and is all schmoozing all over her and flirting with her and whatnot. But, you know, she's basically just telling them everything they want to hear until she got to the point where they finally built the molecular relay, and then she got in here. So, yeah, so she used the Brotherhood to get in here. But whether or not she continues to stay with the Brotherhood or, you know, who she's going to side with, that's all still kind of up in the air. Because Rose is all about Rose. So she just needs to figure out what serves her purposes best. Alright, I'm just scrolling through the chat room here and make sure that I've caught up on everything. Hey, Ben! Ben says hi. Alright. And again, if you're just joining us, if you're interested in winning the Nuka Quantum keychain, just say the words Nuka Quantum in the chat room during the live stream. And at the end of the live stream, I will draw one winner at random. I will announce the winner in the comment section of the video that's saved on YouTube, and then they will need to contact me and give me their mailing address for the Nuka Quantum keychain. And you can like, subscribe, tell your friends. You can join me on Patreon. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. I have my own website. There's all kinds of bonus content there. And you can find out when I'm doing giveaways and other fun things. Alright, so what do we have to do now? I think we have to find Dr. Lee. Advanced systems? Have we been in here? I don't know if we've been in here. It looks like we have not, because there is a quest marker over the door, so let's go in here. Oh, Kimberly! Thanks, Kimberly! Kimberly A says Nuka Quantum. Awesome.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Is Dr. Lee?
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Oh no, Dr. Lee is in here.
Well, that was productive.
No. Oh wow, what's this? Advanced notes. Let's play.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this.
I can't use it. It's in red.
Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy.
Like Pinocchio.
Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Alright. Hello.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I think I'm authorized to be everywhere.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
What am I gonna say to her?
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Aw, man, I'm gonna fail this charisma check.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my
I wonder if she was
questions.
banging Virgil.
If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
Heck yeah.
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Vergil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
I already have something that might convince you.
How did you... Never mind. Just let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape? This better not be a waste of my time.
All right, well, you go, girl. Give it a listen.
Make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come.
I didn't even need any great mentats for that.
What I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'll leave you. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
At least the Brotherhood never lied to you.
I'm such a fool. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders.
That's how I get in and out.
Full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the
she says with a giant sack full of loot.
Of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only
weapons,
one here
and
with
ammo.
that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Alright, I can now fast travel to and from the Institute, and I have met all the division leaders. Excellent. Oh, I've completed institutionalized. Ooh, and I'm getting epic music. Alright, and I've started synth retention. Talk to Father. Oh yeah, okay, I think this is where he's gonna send me to Libertalia. Ooh, what's down here? What is this? What is this? There's no terminals to unlock it. What are they doing in here? Is this weapons? Weapons testing? Okay,
Rush
cool.
work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Hello? Oh. Let's not step onto the range. Oh, more relay grenades. More fusion cells. Not that I've been using any
Not everything
energy
you've heard about the
weapons.
Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Okay. What's in here? Who are you? What are you?
One day, I'll design a more efficient
Rosalind.
reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
I'll be along
okay.
soon. Just tell whoever sent you to prepare for my arrival.
Shh! Don't talk right in front of...
Do you have security codes to any of the other sections?
Here, this is everything I have. It's not much, but you can use them however you like.
Oh,
Anything
well,
else?
too late. I've already gotten into the FEV lab and whatnot. Good luck.
Good luck, Doctor.
To both of us.
It's really exciting having you here.
Okay,
I can't
bye.
wait to see what you can do.
And she totally didn't hear that at all. Okay. Can I talk to you? No?
Hey, Doc.
Can I have that spanner?
Oh, hi
Thanks.
there. Sorry if I seem distracted.
What's this?
I
Terminal.
memorized.
What else can we find out about the Institute while we're here? Research proposals. Okay. Human cybernetics. Build on existing Institute research into implant cybernetics to augment human capabilities and lifespan. Previous program met with limited success on a single subject. I think they're talking about Kellogg. Using a broader array of subjects and new techniques could prove highly effective. Okay. Rejected by the director. Cold fusion. Divert time materials from current phase 3 research to exploring the possibility of sustainable nuclear reactions. Pre-war work on the subject yielded no concrete results. Approval rejected. Okay. Miniaturization. Modification to relay assembly allowing for extra parameters when rematerializing to explore recalibrated object size and density. Imagine if it were possible to use the relay to shrink someone down to the size of an insect or even smaller. Is this supposed to be like Ant-Man or something? Let's keep things out of the realm of science fiction, she says. Or he says, they say. Alright, plasma weaponry. Proposal. Pre-war plasma weapons exist. Samples have been collected. Approval. Something to consider after phase 3 is complete. Alright. Personal notes. Okay, Dr. Lee has been spending more and more time in her lab with that kid synth thing. It's creepy. Evan has rejected my last 12 proposals. I don't know how to get through to that man at all.
5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm
well,
doing detailed
have you tried
mental
sleeping with him? Alright. What else have we got going on around here? Oh, here's another spanner.
I'll be along soon. Just tell whoever sent you to prepare for my arrival.
Sure. Great. Alright.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin.
Alright, I think we've met everyone and we have loaded up everything that's not nailed down. Right, Remaxa says you should have been able to turn the tables on Dr. Lee and extort caps. Right. Yeah, well, as we were saying earlier, this game does not have that much complexity or that many variations.
Tell me about this mysterious Phase 3.
You know I can't talk about that.
Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Yeah, what is Phase 3? You know what I remember about this room? I remember coming in here with the cryolator, and McCready had the great big, what the heck, there's like a minigun that sets things on fire. I can't remember what it was called. I think you get it from Fahrenheit during the Big Dig with Bobby No-Nos. Is that the Big Dig quest? Anyway, we came in here and we shot the place up. That's what I remember about this courtyard. Ah, good times. Good times. Alright, well, I can relay in and out of this place, so let's relay out of here. Let's take this serum back to Virgil. And let's see, where did I leave my power armor? I left my power armor over here with the Brotherhood. Oh my gosh. Alright, but I want to get out of here. What's this? Hangman's Alley. And I want to store my junk. I want to store all my junk that I looted out of this place. Ashmaker, that was it. Thanks for Maxis. Ashmaker. Yes, I gave McCready Ashmaker and I had the cryolator, and then when shit would get really hairy, I would say, okay Mac, it's time for fire and ice. And I'd have him equip Ashmaker and I would equip the cryolator and we would tear up. All come to ruin, says Rose is probably clanking every time she steps. Her pockets are loaded with so much stuff. Oh my fucking god. I know, right? I am so overloaded with crap. Hey, Brett. Brett says hello. Hello, Brett. Thanks for being here. I'm probably going to wrap up this stream pretty soon because I've been going for like 3 hours now, 3.5 hours. I'm starting to get hungry. My voice is starting to get tired. And I got to wrap up this headset and return it. You guys have been telling me it keeps cutting in and out and having issues. So I think I'm going to return it and try another headset. Oh! Hello? Where did you come from? Paladin Danse? Oh, I didn't know he was still in my follower slot. Well, damn.
Hey,
let's talk to him and tell him to beat it.
You need to talk?
Yeah. Hey, let's see how he feels about me.
How do you feel about us?
Ooh.
I'm glad you've adapted to the ideals I've been trying to teach. Keep up the good work, soldier.
Your thoughts?
You're more than worthy to wear our uniform. Be proud.
Dang. Alright, it's time for you to go.
We should go our separate ways.
Affirmative. I'll see what I can do to make myself useful while you're gone. Ad Victoriam.
Oh my gosh, I can send him to other places? Okay. I guess I'll just send him to Boston Airport to wait by my power armor. Good luck with that. He doesn't seem to mind that I am the Raider Overboss. He's like, oh, you're upholding Brotherhood ideals by being a Raider. Right.
It ain't the big bad overboss.
Alright, let's store this crap. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Oh my goodness. Alright, that applicator has aluminum and fiber optics. Oh, that'll be nice. Sure. Assaultron circuit board. Yeah, let's store that. I might hang on to that blacksmith hammer, though. That's kind of a cool, unique... I mean, it's not too unique, I don't think, but it's not very common. Yep, more aluminum. The claw hammer, too. I don't think that's very common in the wasteland. Clean coffee tin. I'm gonna hang on to that too. Clean globe, don't care.
It really does. I mean, that's what my friend said when he told me the story.
Ear examiners, we got lots of those. And they also have aluminum. Yay, aluminum. Speaking of places you can get a lot of aluminum. But I don't think, does the Institute respawn all that stuff I picked up? Like if I don't destroy it and I keep going back, will I find more of that guff all over the place?
You all ever feel like you just can't get enough? Well, Red Eye hears you, man. He knows what it's like.
More aluminum? Yes. Preserved cigarette packs, huh? More aluminum. Oh wait, I want the saw. Oh, bottle caps. How many bottle caps? Nice. I'll come to ruin says Danse is ready to hang. Yeah, what's up with that? Sensor, look at all those sensors. All that aluminum. Nice. Oh, the spanners. More aluminum. Yay. More aluminum. Oh wait, tack hammer. That's a unique kind of item. I know, it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Lots of aluminum tweezers. Yeah, because next time I need to repair my blue quantum power armor, I'm going to want to use tweezers. Okay, whatever. Oh, that tack hammer went in again. Get back out here, tack hammer. And I love you for it. That's how I should sign off. From now on, when I end a stream, I should say, you're all a bunch of psychopaths, and I love you for it.
Whoever the hell else is out there these days. Thanks to the hard work of our kick-ass overboss, I'm happy to report
I guess I'll just store this stuff in here for now.
no longer a death trap. All those crazy-ass mutated animals have been taken care of.
Sure as hell we're born.
The overboss has left the pack in charge out there. They're probably thrilled to have their own cages now. If you've been keeping score
That's where my power armor is?
means,
I don't think so. I thought I left my blue quantum power armor back at the Boston airport last time. Remaxis is a little Bellathor wisdom that Rose is following. Some may call it junk. Me, I call it treasure. Nice. Oh, Strong is telling me to go to Makra fish packing because it reloads. Yeah, I knew that. I knew about Makra. Fiona, I did a video with my Fiona playthrough called on Aluminum Run. If you look on my YouTube channel for that, and I go to Makra and I go to other places that have a lot of aluminum. Yeah, I think I've been back to Makra. Between Fiona and Rose, I've probably been to Makra like 10 times. Yeah, it's got all those fish trays, fish packing trays that you can pick up. Alright, let's store the mods. Yes. And let's go down here. Rocket's my home base in this playthrough. It's where I'm storing a lot of my spare junk until I figure out what I want to do with it. Not sure what I'm going to do with all this stuff, but, you know, I'll have it in case I want it. Whatever. Alright, hey look! I'm not overweighted anymore. Yay! Look at that. Alright. What's that? Capless skull. What? Capless skull, what are you doing over here? You're supposed to be my ashtray. You go right there. No, over here. There you go. And this my perfectly preserved pie. Who's knocking it down on the floor? Dang it. There we go. Home sweet home. There we are. Oh, man. Home sweet home. Everything isn't shiny and chrome anymore. Alright, Ramaxa says you left your quantum armor at the airport, but you used some other power armor. Well, I don't think I used the Nuka-Cola power armor, but yeah, I used some other power armor to defend Red Rocket, right? That's why that icon is there. You are correct. I just remembered that right before, right as you were saying it, and I was reading it. Yes, now I can run around without using my action points. Oop, Strong's asking, how do you get the weapon racks? It's added by one of the expansions for the game. I can't remember which one. I want to say Contraptions, maybe? I don't know if it was Wasteland, the Wasteland one, Wasteland Workshop, or Contraptions, I think. Here, I'll go into Workshop mode. Let's look. It should show us. It's under Decorations, Display. I think that little wrench icon in the corner is for Wasteland Workshop. It gives you armor racks, which is how I got those to display clothing or armor or whatever. And it gives you display cases. Is it Contraptions? Okay.
That was a joke, by the way.
But yeah, here, weapon racks. You can do heavy weapon rack. This is for like pistols, rifles. There's different ones. You can do these kind of nice looking ones. These bigger ones still only hold one weapon each though, so they're kind of a waste if you want to squeeze a lot of weapons into a smaller space. See, I've got... Oh! I've got them all over my little bedroom here. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I think I'm going to call it a stream, even though I don't want to say goodbye to the Wasteland. I am so enjoying being back in Fallout 4. Believe me, I really love Fallout 4, and I will continue streaming it. I will do Fallout again next Friday. We'll do a Fallout Friday. And in the meantime, I will be finishing up Dishonored. I do want to finish Dishonored. I don't want to abandon it. I like it well enough that I want to finish it, which is more than I could say for Shadow of Mordor or that Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry that I tried out on Tuesday. I definitely do want to finish Dishonored 2 because I also want to play Dishonored Death of the Outsider. I keep wanting to say Death to the Outsider, but it's Death of the Outsider. I want to play that. I've already pre-ordered it. I will receive it as soon as it is released. I will be able to download it, and I will start playing it the day that it drops. On PS4, I will be live streaming that, which is in September. I think it's next month, isn't it? If you go to my Patreon page, link in the description, you don't have to be a patron to read my Patreon page, and the Patreon page will have a schedule of all of my YouTube live streaming. It doesn't have times on there because day to day I never know exactly what time I'm going to be able to stream because it depends on what's going on in my life. But it will tell you what games I'm going to play and what will be coming up in the future. So yeah, let's see here. September 15th is supposed to be the day that Death of the Outsider drops. So that's what I'm going to start at. So I'm going to finish up Dishonored 2 so we can play that in September. But yes, when I finish Dishonored 2, then I will go back to doing Fallout on a regular basis, and I have started doing this thing I call Try It Tuesdays, where I try out different games. This Tuesday, it will be Second Son. I'll be trying that out. I know it's an older game. I played the original Infamous, but I never got around to playing any of the sequels to Infamous. And I own it. I own it because my oldest daughter, Junior, has played it. So I'm going to go ahead and try that one out. If you have any suggestions for games for me to try out, you can just let me know. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat rooms, let me know on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, and we'll see what we can do. I hope you're having a good time. I'm having a good time. And I'm going to go and do this drawing so I can tell you guys who wins the Nuka Quantum keychain. If you haven't entered and you want to make sure that you're in the running, make sure you say Nuka Quantum. You've got like 30 seconds. Type Nuka Quantum into the chat room. Who won the goodies? Transfuse says. Well, that's what I got to go do. I'm going to go do a drawing, and then I will post the winner in the comment section of the YouTube video. Saved on YouTube. I actually physically write the names on little slips of paper, put them in a bowl, draw one out, and then I will announce the winner, and they can contact me and let me know their mailing address, and I will mail this out. Thanks for being all. Come to Ruin says can't wait for the next stream. Oh, thank you. Neither can I, says Epic Ninja. Oh, it's been fun. This has been a great stream. I have enjoyed discussing the Institute and the lore and all of that. It feels more like when I did my Skyrim streams. I had played Skyrim for 900 hours before I started doing my Skyrim stream when Skyrim Special Edition came out, and I knew so much about that game. Besides playing it, I had read so much lore, and my Skyrim streams are always full of lore like that, but Fallout not so much because I just don't know as much about this game as I know about Skyrim. I think I know absolutely, well, I don't want to say everything, but I probably know more than any human being needs to know about Skyrim. Oh, Epic Ninja 25 is saying, oh, I have you on here. Thanks, Epic Ninja. I've got you on my list. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.